have no, yes, y'all.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
We're the spooky married to the game.
Spooky episode.
We have stolen your host.
Yes, we have. There's no, yes, y'all here.
Hidden him away.
There's none of that. Welcome to episode 320, the one where Gabe is missing.
That's right.
We think he's asleep. No,
he's clearly not. Boy is knee deep in rehearsals right
Yes.
now for their upcoming tour. He has texted us. He's like, guys, can we do Halloween night? It'd have to be late. We're rehearsing, and then he just texted us saying, go ahead and start without me. So we're not leaving you behind, brother. When you get in here, but we're just going to go ahead and...
Yeah, he'll just randomly appear somewhere. Ed will drop him in right where he needs to be.
That's
exactly.
Right.
The joys and beauty of editing. So Ed, do your wonderful
work my magic.
editing. Yes, exactly. Work your magic. Speaking of which, brother, what's going on with you, man? You are getting prepared for Extra Life, are you not?
That's right. This weekend, Saturday morning.
Already here.
I know,
Dang.
right? Yeah.
It is here. No,
Yeah.
dude, November 1st, on the East Coast, it's already there. Halloween's done. That's it.
Yeah.
We are in 2 months left of 2018, and it is the most glorious month. I do love Thanksgiving and Christmas. And
Oh, my gosh. It's a great time. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's Extra Life. My stream goes Saturday morning from 9 a.m. Eastern to Sunday 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 25 hours with the time change.
Yeah, that's right. And you got the time change.
That's right.
Bonus round.
Hour. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But
You just going to be playing Red Dead the whole time?
probably a lot of Jackbox in the daytime and
sweet,
Red
good.
Dead by night. Probably some Overwatch if people are around. And maybe some Lego DC bonus stuff or whatever tickles my fancy, whatever keeps me awake, I guess.
Yeah, you've got a lot of different games at the time right now that you can choose from, so that's good.
Exactly, and that's what makes it nice. There are a lot of big games that are out. I could always go back into Assassin's Creed Odyssey and play around. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of options. As far as the week goes, had a nice week. A lot of gaming. My brother and his family came over Saturday night, and they are not gamers by any sense. So any game is new to them. And
nice.
We just, my brother and his daughter Placencia,
Nice.
So nice.
I totally forgot about that name.
That-
That is the
yeah,
best.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant planning on their
She
part.
needs
I
to have
love
a
it.
theme song. She really
Yep.
does.
She really does. Yes.
Valencia, Placencia. He's got to have that reverb at the end.
Yeah, there's
right?
got to be something.
They played just everything. Legos, Trials. They ended with Human Fall Flat and just laughed and
awesome.
had a great time. So it was a really, really nice time of just hanging out and gaming and kicking back and relaxing. It was just really, really nice.
Oh, that's so great.
As far as I go, just again, working in the morning and then the afternoons, it's streaming and been having a little bit of a love-hate relationship with a lot of my games recently. We played played No Work Friday. We played Jackbox, and doggone it, they've still got that problem with Madverse City and Patently Stupid, two of the games that just in the last round of both games, it just freezes and the game stops, and it says it can't find audio files and what have you,
man.
and it's a problem they've had kind of from the beginning, and they said that they're aware of it. If it's a PlayStation 4 problem, they're trying to fix it, but I hope it's fixed for Extra Life, just because,
Yeah, man.
I'd hate to, even though the other games are fun, we've started to see repeat prompts and what have you, and, depending on the games and who you have playing, it could still be different, but at the same time, it's fun to know, it's fun to not have kind of like, this answer worked great last time, I'm going to use it again this time,
So let me ask you this, since I don't get to really participate in the Friday, No Work Friday thing, is it only an issue when it happens when you're streaming through the PlayStation 4? Or like if you're just playing with friends over at your house, does it happen at the same point?
Yeah, it happens at the same point. We tried with the Tapmans when they came over, and we had the same problem. So
it's not necessarily a network thing or a way that the PS4 interacts with Twitch necessarily. It's the way that it's the system is reading the files or whatever. There's something there, some bug there.
Yeah, some bug there. What happens is the music goes out and the game continues to play, and then the narrator goes out, but the game continues to play, and that's when you're like, oh, it's about to, and then it just kind of, sometimes the error says could not find the sound file, and sometimes it just goes to a black screen and nothing happens.
And it kicks everybody out of the game too, right?
Yeah. I mean, the game just stops. So it's kind of and it always happens. It doesn't happen until the last round, and so it's, every time we play Mad vs. City, I'm a little nervous going in because it's like, are we gonna play most of the game and then just lose everything? So it's been kind of a sad situation, just because I love Jackbox so much, and I hate to see them having problems. This is the first time that they've experienced something like this, and so it's kind of a bummer to see people that you like kind of struggling and what have you.
So it makes them human.
It makes them human, exactly.
So here's a question: are you not going to do No Work Fridays then in preparation for Saturday and Sunday? Or are you still going to do it?
Oh, I'll still do it. Yeah, man.
Oh, you're the best. I knew you would. I knew you'd say that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's still there. So yeah, it should be a good time. And then my other love-hate has been with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh, okay.
Overall, I am really enjoying the game. I've heard people complain that it moves too slow. I like that. It's a Western. It moves like a Western movie, and it's not Spider-Man. It's not out the gate, whoa, amazing. It's like we're gonna take our time and we're gonna get there. And I didn't mind that at all. It looks amazing. I don't think anyone can argue with that. That's definitely one thing I've heard consistently is the controls are a little weird, but it looks amazing, and it's a lot of just some great vistas. I was reading an article that said there are over 500,000 voice lines.
Jeez.
Yeah, I heard something like that, same thing.
And I believe it. It's a huge game, and I barely put a dent into it. And kind of like Assassin's Creed, I kind of spend a lot of my time doing side missions to kind of just prevent the story from moving along. I don't want to miss anything. The horses aren't always the easiest things in the world to control, which if you're online at all, there are some hilarious posts of people just struggling, either accidentally punching the horse and the horse kicks them back, awesome. And just the horse running into things. And it's actually really funny to watch. The controls are not user-friendly. It's a little... part of it is because I've come from Forza, where the right trigger is gas and the left trigger is brake. So when you're riding the horse, it is not instinctually, I don't want to push X to go and the right bumper to brake. That just is really weird for me. And just some other things with the gun handling. If you have your gun drawn and then you do something else, when you pull your gun out again, it always reverts to the revolver, regardless of what gun you had out. A lot of times, if you have your gun out and something happens, you skin a rabbit or whatever. When you pull the left trigger to aim your gun, nothing happens. You pull the left trigger and it says pull right trigger to aim. And then you pull the right trigger out, but right trigger is also the shoot button. And so I've definitely accidentally shot at people I didn't mean to shoot at.
Nice. You're causing a ruckus in town.
Yeah. So there's a lot of tricky things like that I just had a day, a couple hours where I was just struggling, and there was one particular mission I just couldn't get. I was overwhelmed by wolves. And, start again from the checkpoint, start again from the checkpoint, start again from the checkpoint. And then it said skip checkpoint. And I was like, skip checkpoint. What does that mean? That's a new feature.
Yeah, what does that mean?
And so I was like, okay, skip checkpoint. And it was like, oh, that sure was rough. And it was as if I had passed it. And I did not like that. I felt sick in my stomach that I felt I had just cheated I was like, oh, you can just skip the mission? What?
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. I had to die a bunch of times first. But
I'm assuming that it's not something that moves along the story per se, and that's why they allow you to do that.
It was a side mission, and I thought, okay, I guess maybe the side missions are... And then I was doing what I thought was a main mission. It was definitely a mission that involved a character, and it said, hey, we want you to go to this place and steal some wagons. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go there.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. So I saw the place, and it doesn't, unlike Assassin's Creed, it doesn't show you your goal on the main screen. It's only like on the mini map. So you really have no idea how far away you are. You don't have a gauge of the distance. And as I would approach this place I was supposed to steal the wagons from, I couldn't get 50 yards within it before they were like, hey, hey, and they would just all come pouring out and shooting me. And so I couldn't even get in close enough to see where these wagons were.
Right, what you were stealing.
Right,
Wow.
right.
And this is a side mission, so you're doing it solo, right? Not like this isn't like your whole team or gang or whatever.
Right.
is in on it?
One of the gang sent me out to do it, so it felt
Gotcha.
like a main mission.
Okay.
John Marston sent me out to do it. And so it's not like Assassin's Creed where you have the eagle that you can kind of scope things out, and you can't mark bad guys at all. And I tried to even get close enough to the place to see how I could approach it, and I just again kept getting slaughtered over and over and over again. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go do some other missions. I'll come back and do this one later. And I went to the camp and did a side mission, went to the camp, and John Marston was like, hey, did you get those wagons? And my character said, no. And he said, that's all right, we took care of it. And the mission was gone. And I was like, what? Oh, okay.
So you have the option to skip a mission, or they might be timed where once you get to a certain point, it just goes away. That's so weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. And there was part of me that was like, but I kind of wanted to still try it. I just didn't know if maybe there's not like a leveling up where you get better XP or anything. But I thought, well, maybe when I'm a little more familiar with the controls, I'll come back and do it again. So I just felt icky that in the same session, I skipped 2 missions, and I just, oh man. And I wasn't having a good time, but I kept playing for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm enjoying it. I like the story. I like the characters. I like the voice acting. But there are just little things like that keep me from Game of the Year,
Can I ask you, do you know off the top of your head, or I don't know if it's like it's just in the menu, you can easily go and check it, but do you know about how many hours in you are now?
I don't.
Okay.
Because I haven't streamed everything, so I can't really gauge. I'm going to guess I'm probably about 12 hours in, maybe.
Okay.
And when I first started Spider-Man, I definitely struggled with the controls.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely by this time, I felt comfortable. And still, I'm pushing L2 to stop the horse and just doing a lot of things that just don't feel natural. So I'm enjoying it, but it's been I kind of have to push myself to play again. Just kind of like, okay, let's play again. There's a lot of game here that you're gonna miss if you don't keep playing. So let's keep playing.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying Red Dead. It's not it's I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it more than I'm not enjoying it. I wouldn't still be playing it if I wasn't.
Yeah.
But,
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then other than that, today and the last couple of days, I've been playing a lot of Lego Harry Potter. Kind of went back and replaying the collection.
Oh, great.
And, it's so much fun. Just
Is that just because, or are they about to release a new another one, like in a series or something?
They just recently released the collection.
Okay.
Yeah, years 1 through 4, or 1 through 5, or 1 through 4 were in one game. 5 through 7 were in another all together. So it's been kind of cool to go back and do the old school Lego games, and that's a nice break from Red Dead. And so yeah, it's been good. Played a little tiny bit of Overwatch on the struggle bus with that one as well. So it's.
Did you get anything tied to the Halloween thing before it finished out? Which I guess technically it's probably still going right now. I guess.
Yeah, I think it goes until tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But I think there are a couple of skins I didn't get that I've got so much coin saved up that I'll probably just end up grabbing them. So
yeah.
But a good week overall. We're going to be heading down to North Carolina in a couple weeks to see Mom, and my sister's going to head out and visit her. So we'll cross paths, and that'll be nice. And
how long of a drive is that from where you guys are?
It's a few hours. We're actually going to be in Gatlinburg the week before, so we're just going to hop over after our Gatlinburg trip is done. We're going to hop over there, and
Gotcha.
and visit. So yeah,
And no new news on anything. Just kind of waiting. At
no
this point.
new news. She has a date. Her operation is on the 14th of November. And basically, they thought they were going to be able to do a lot of things they have to do in one go, and it turns out she's going to have to go back a few times now. And so she's just like, oh, I just want to get this over with in one shot. But it sounds like she's doing pretty well. Now you're kind of getting dates and kind of getting an idea and more of a timeline. But I definitely appreciate everyone's thoughts and prayers and messages and stuff. It's
great to see the
really
community.
sweet.
Yeah.
After this episode, they really kind of rallied around you, which is so nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And again, it's just really cool to see the community reach out. And we definitely thank you guys. We love you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. What about you, Mr. McCracken? What you got going on?
So Stacy flew out on Saturday in the kind of late afternoon. She flew out about 4. I had to have her there, about an hour earlier than that. But she's in Denver now, so it was a sweet little trip having her back because originally I was thinking she was only going to be here about 2 days, and she ended up getting to stay all the way through Saturday. So at least we had a good amount of time to just kind of hang out and spend some time together. Unfortunately for her, she was not here for Halloween yet again because she likes to do the whole give out the candy and everything. And this is, technically speaking, the timeline's a little screwy in my head, but I know we had the house last year at Halloween, and I know I was here that night at least for a while, but I don't think we were like moved in or anything like that. So
okay, right.
Because I remember there only being like 3 kids that showed up, and I was like, well, I guess it didn't really happen over here. So I didn't really have any idea what to expect tonight, but there was a pretty decent showing. There was probably about 20 or 30 kids, which
nice.
is still nothing like I got
much
at
better.
the old house. At the old house, like we got way more than that. But my numbers, I wasn't like I was counting each one, so I could be off a little bit here or there. But it was definitely more of a show than I thought it was, but it wasn't like constant every 2 seconds. That doorbell's like, hey, come on, I'm here. Where's the candy or whatever like that. It was just like I'd go and sit and watch some more of the Simpsons Halloween marathon, watch it about 20 minutes or something, and then, here's another one, and then I'd just kind of do it like that. So it was pretty good. On Sunday, I went over to my dad's house. It was his birthday, so spent some time over there with my sister and him, and then just with my dad and my stepmom. Had a good time with that. And then this week at work, we've been shooting on set Tuesday, and we'll be doing it again tomorrow. And then today is when we have our chili cook-off at work, but that also coincides with Halloween. And so there's always there's the booths for the people who've signed up to do the chili stuff, and then they'll have a theme, and then usually everybody part of the theme will dress up in costumes, and it just makes sense to tie it around with Halloween because people are already doing that kind of stuff anyways. So that was a lot of fun. It's always one of the coolest events just to kind of see what people come up with. And we've got a lot of really creative people at our work. So that was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
But outside of that, it's just pretty much steady going. I mean, I'm back to Bachelor Town, so I'm just waking up.
How long is she gone?
I think she comes back. Let me look at a calendar here. I think she comes back the 18th or 19th, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow, okay.
So
Party at the McCrackens.
Yeah,
Let's
she
go.
comes back sometime at that tail end of that week, right before the week of Thanksgiving or something like that.
Okay.
I'd have to find out. And it's always could be subject to moving a little bit, a day or so. So we'll just have to see. But I kind of just wait until I hear from a day before. We're like, yeah, everything seems like it's still good. And then I kind of lock it in there and all right, I got to make sure I go pick you up at the airport and everything. On the gaming side, I did jump into Overwatch as well. I finished out the last bit of my arcade loot boxes from the reset this week.
Good.
I didn't end up getting anything else I got that Hammond skin at the very, very beginning.
Oh, right.
And I didn't really get anything else in terms of skin.
Is that the pumpkin?
Yeah, the pumpkin
Hammond one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only other 2 skins that I got, actually I only got one. I got what's his name? Roadhog, the Frankenstein one from the original,
that's cool.
the very first
that's
event.
a good one.
I got that one, which I didn't have that. So that was neat to get. I still kind of like the Butcher better, so I feel like I'll default to that one if it's like a Halloween kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it is one that I didn't have, and I was pretty happy about that. And then I ended up getting 2 other legendaries, but they were just your basic run-of-the-mill. You can get them any time of the year legendary skins for characters I don't play. So I was like, oh, well, that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
So right there at the very end, I had enough coins, so I bought the Slasher 76 skin because that one and the Hammond one were the 2 I wanted the most. And since I got the Hammond one, I was like, well, I'm gonna drop the 3,000 coins for this skin because I don't want to wait all the way till the anniversary event when it'll unlock again. But there is that. I can always save up my money until you get to the next one. And then I always feel like the Christmas one just comes right pretty quickly after the fact. I mean, I feel like it's the beginning of December and bam, you're already into another event. So already looking forward to that one. But outside of that, I've been playing nothing else but Assassin's Creed.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. Thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Now, it's I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I don't think this game knows what it wants to be. And like it to me, it has the things that Assassin's Creed has. Like you have the running animation when you're running on a rooftop or a rope, and it looks like all Assassins always have looked. There's the eagle dive thing where you jump off after you've synchronized and you go into the bale of hay or the pile of leaves. It's got all those things that have always been kind of like a key thing of Assassin's Creed. And tonight I just got to my second time where I was out of the Animus, and it was a little bit longer than the first time that I ran into that, but still overall very, very, very short. Like I swam to a thing, I got out, I looked at this thing, and said I got to get back in the Animus, and then I just went back in, and
nice.
And there's no mention so far in the entire game. I'm knocking on the door of 50 hours right now.
Wow.
And there has not been any mention inside the game, the past, in Greece, no mention of Templars, nothing. And there's some weird stuff going on, but it's like I just keep constantly getting the sense that they're like, man, wish we didn't have to really be tied to any of this assassin stuff, really. I just want to, and I'm like right there with them. I'm like, just make games where you play an awesome character that does cool assassinating thing in a weird time period. Like, I don't care how it because in the beginning, I've only played a few of the Assassin's Creeds, but I've always thought, like, the idea of it was really cool. Like, oh, there's been this constant war between Templars and Assassins, and it goes to modern day, and they're going back and reading dreams. But now it's so convoluted, and it's so all over the place. Like, man, I don't really care about any of that. I just want to play a cool, like, awesome person that can really do all this cool stuff in a cool time period. That's all that I want. I feel like they're just trying to find a way to get to that, and I'm fine with that. I kind of hope they go there. If they could just be like assassin game or power fantasy in this place now, that they could call it that. I really don't care. I just want to do those things. I don't care anything about the Templars. I don't care. I mean, if they're gonna abandon it, it's like go all. Just don't halfway do it. Just get rid of it. Just go away from it and just make a cool game. Because I feel like even though the time periods bounce and everything, I do feel like they could just say like, oh, if you wanted to stick with the Assassins and Templars, fine. But you could do that and just eliminate the Animus. Like you could just say, hey, we're just gonna. Now here's where the story is, and they don't have to tie together like where all this interwoven things. It's just the overall arcing like, hey, Templars don't like Assassins and Assassins don't like Templars, and they fight. That's all you got to tell me, and then just let me go do a bunch of fun missions. That's
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's mention of it in Origins either.
Yeah, and I didn't play Origins, so I don't know.
It seems like they waited until the very end to even tie it into Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, because to me, Origins was more of you have a character, he's come back, and now he's building something, and he's fighting against something. But there was never. You raise a good point. There's never mention of Templars. So I think when they changed this format, took an extra year, I think that was probably one of the big things is, hey, we need to kind of back off from this. Let's go origin stories and let's not focus on Templars anymore. And it sounds like they're doing that in Odyssey as well.
Yeah, and there's not even any mention of Assassins. Like she never once does, I'm playing as a Cassandra.
Oh, cool.
And she never once mentions, this far into the game, there's been no mention of Assassins or the Creed or any of this kinds of stuff. And I kind of understand, like, on Origins, again, I had mentioned I didn't play it, but I was like, okay, well, maybe if they don't mention Templars or whatever till the very end, that kind of makes sense because it's, I'm assuming by the name, the origin of how it all happened. So if I can kind of understand if, like, right at the end is when it kicks off the, okay, and now we're in an interlocked battle for all eternity or blah, 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 whatever. But there's been no mention of it. And there's so many other things in this game. Like, I get all these little bitty hints and vibes of other games mixed in with it. It's got some little elements of, like, Horizon in this game. It's got some elements of
cool.
God of War in a way. Like I'm talking very loosely here, but just little themes and things, which it helps that they're in Greece, which the original God of War games were set in Greece as well. So, but there's just all these little things. I'm just like, man, it feels like they just played all these other games and like, man, we like all this stuff. Let's just continue to massage Assassin's Creed and make it as more like an RPG as we can, and throw in some of this other cool stuff. And it's all of it's working for me. The ship combat, I was wondering about that because I really liked it in Black Flag. And it wasn't in any of the other Assassin's Creed I played since then, because the only other one I played was Syndicate. And I didn't play Origins. I heard there was a little bit in there, but that it wasn't quite as good. I don't think it's as good as it was in Black Flag. I like Black Flag better. This is simplified and a little dumbed down. Is like it has a negative connotation, so I don't mean it that way, but that kind of is the best way I can think of to phrase it. It's just maybe simplified is a better way to put it. Yes, but it's still fun to do. Like, I'm not getting bored with it. And I still, like in Black Flag, I really enjoy when you are fighting another ship and then you basically beat them, and then you can go board their ship and then fight everybody, and then you get to loot the ship afterwards. I loved that in Black Flag, and it returns in this. Plus, if you jump off and you board their ship and then you fight them, it repairs your ship to some extent. So, like, if you're in a battle with like 4 different ships all fighting each other kind of thing, is to your benefit to jump off and do that anyways. That way you can rebuild your ship a little bit when you overtake the other one.
So cool.
But yeah, the story stuff, I mean, the story elements, they're interesting enough that I'm kind of like, oh, okay, I kind of want to see what happens next. But at the same time, I can't really tell you like, oh, well, this is what's going on. I mean, and partly that's not necessarily because they haven't told a really conducive story. It's more about I've just been doing so much of the side content. Because like Ed had mentioned, it does still have the leveling up as you go. So like I come back to a fort that I haven't been to in a while, and they're almost my level. I feel like it's slowed down a bit. So like there's definitely times where I will come back to a fort that I haven't been to in a while, and maybe I'm like level 30 and the people there will be 28. So it's like, okay, if you're a level or 2 levels, if you're my level or 2 below me, I'm pretty much going to beat you. It's when you're a level above me, even 1 level above me makes it really hard.
Yes.
So I still am dealing with that, but at the same time, I've kind of wrapped my head and I know how to kind of go about the forts now and how to mix it in between stealth and then take him. And then if I do get caught, how to make my escape and get away to where they can't find me, and then just go about it methodically again. And I'm having a ton of fun doing it. And I haven't noticed any issues because there are microtransactions in the game where you can pay to have an XP boost. Like I think it's like by 50% or something. And I actually only just found it today. This is the first time I went to the store.
Oh, wow.
But I've not really noticed it being much of an issue. There is times where I go to do a main mission and I'm like, oh, I'm really not strong enough for this. Then I'll just go off and do a couple side quests. I've still got, I feel like 25% or 30% of the map that I haven't even gone to yet.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, though, dude.
So,
That's so cool.
And originally, early on, I was like, man, this is a bit overwhelming. And now I'm not really overwhelmed with it. Now I'm like, man, I do want to kind of finish the story because I did buy Red Dead and I haven't jumped in yet. But I was like, well, let me see if I can finish AC. And it's just kind of taking me a bit longer than I thought.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it because it's like, I think I can finish the story and then I can still come back and have all this other stuff to do.
Yeah.
So
I have a feeling that they're focusing more on an Assassin's Creed RPG than anything else. That seems to be the trend. Like from Origins, like I said, when they took this year off, they did some serious reevaluating. I think you're right. I think that's the trend that they're going for. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Assassin's Creed-ish, but it's just one of those. I think they're just, let's make this an RPG and because this is apparently Odyssey's bigger than Origins is, and I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm fine with that. I have no problems with that.
One thing I will say, since they made changes obviously to Origins, and then they've made even more changes here to Odyssey, so I understand it. One thing that I do like is that you unlock all these abilities. You have 3 different skill trees, and you can unlock these different abilities, and you can assign them to button prompts.
Yes.
And you can respec them at any time, but I would really like it if they would just maybe let me make profiles like, oh, now let me have my assassin profile. Let me have my warrior profile or whatever, so that I could, because I can go into a mission and I pretty much know what I'm going to do. And it'd be nice to just hit options real quick, or, whatever the equivalent button is on Xbox, and then just say, now switch to this one, rather than having to go into the tree and then move this one and then remove that one and then add this one there, or overwrite this. because I always tend to go in stealthy, but then once, stuff hits the fan, it's like, okay, now I need to go into warrior mode, and I'll move a couple of the attributes around, ones that are more focused on fighting and getting out of a hairy situation, and not so much about being as stealthy as I can be. So that would be something if they're listening to the show, hey Ubisoft, what's up? And you want ideas for whatever the next Assassin's Creed is going to be, that would be something that would be cool to add in, is just to let me have like a profile, if you will, and just swap between them.
Mm-hmm. But if not, still thank you.
Yeah,
we still
love
love
exactly. I'm really enjoying the game though. I'm hoping to finish it soon, at least the main story, just so I can jump into Red Dead by next week. Even if I don't finish it, I'll jump into Red Dead because I want to have something to say about it, and have whatever my thoughts are going to be. But I'm still really enjoying Assassin's Creed.
Nice.
That's awesome, man.
I love
That's
that.
so cool. Look, that's the voice of Mr.
who's
Gabe
that?
Patillo.
I know.
Hey.
Oh.
It's a ghost.
Howdy, stranger.
Oh, hi. What? Hi.
Hi.
What have you guys been
Welcome
talking?
to the party, pal.
Yeah. Catch me up. I'm just kidding.
Okay, we'll start over.
Yeah, okay. Oh, happy Halloween, everybody. No, all good.
Oh my gosh. Ed, you haven't gone yet, right?
I sure have.
Yep, he has. I'll go.
Oh, okay.
it's
Tim, he
10
hasn't gone yet. All right.
Yeah, no worries. So Piper's topic of the week clearly is Halloween. We had a great night tonight. I'll get to that in a second. But this past weekend was pretty hectic for us. It was in downtown Franklin. It was Pumpkin Fest. They closed the streets down, and there are vendors out there, and kids can come down and dress up, and anybody can come down and dress up. And there's trick or treating, and there's all kinds of activities to do. So Friday night, the three of us all were there till like 10:30. I was setting up the tent in front of the store. Piper was helping clean up. It was actually really sweet of her. And so in preparation for it, it's an all-day event on Saturday. And so I finally took her to bed at like 10:30, and Lauren stayed till like 1, and then she had to kind of turn around and get back up early. And Piper had her last soccer game at 9 a.m. Of the fall season, and so I went to that with her, and then Lauren went to the store for Pumpkin Fest. Because it was our last one, and because it was Halloween, I wore a pizza costume as I coached, and it was
nice.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And we are not a very good soccer team this year at all.
Is that different?
It is actually. I will say it is a little different, and I think the reason being is because we
have to play
as
by
I
the
said
rules.
before, and when we first started, we actually have to. Yeah, we can't cheat anymore. No, they changed the format because it's now a 4 versus 4 situation. Coaches can't be out there, and there's just a lot of new fundamentals that they didn't really have to worry about when it was the U6 bracket. So. I think we're going to get better. I love our team. All of our girls we've had the same girls for the past 4.5 seasons or 5 seasons now. And all the parents just love hanging out together. And so, we're going to keep it going, but it was just one of those, this is a rough season because on my side, they split the teams up into 2 different games. And so our coaches one side, and of course I coach the other, and our girls didn't score a single goal in the entire 2 20-minute halves. And it was just like, oh, it sucks. But we'll get there. It's all good.
That's right.
And then, so then right from there, we went home, got changed, and went to Pumpkin Fest and just hung out all day there. And that was fun. And then on Sunday, we went to dinner with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. We actually celebrated we had kind of a mini Thanksgiving because they're not going to be here for Thanksgiving. And from here on out, like all of our weekends and their weekends are shot. So we just had the Holchi Router family Thanksgiving, and we had a good time there. And so now, we're just I can't believe it's November 1st tomorrow. By the time
crazy.
This podcast out,
That's so
2nd.
crazy.
And tonight was Halloween, and we had a great time. Both of our neighbors on either side of us, their kids, we all kind of got together, and then we just kind of trick-or-treated just down the street from us and went around, and I love Halloween. It's just so much fun. I went to lunch with Piper at the cafeteria, and again, I wore my pizza costume. And all the kids were like, Mr. Pizza Man. And she comes walking up with her hands over her eyes, like all embarrassed that she's walking down the hall. So it's like the first time that she's like embarrassed that I'm doing something. And like
Nice.
we were in line at
Yes.
the cafe. I'm there, right? I've reached that moment. I think that's a bronze trophy or something.
Definitely.
And so so we're in line at the cafeteria. She's like, "Daddy, you have to take that off when we sit down to eat." I'm like, all right, I'll take it off. But everyone's like giving me high fives and all the kids.
So who
It
you
was
talking to like that? I'm your father. I'm a grown man.
Right.
Exactly. No, I did it, and then at the end I put it back on, and she lightened up, and it was fine. But I love doing that kind of stuff. I usually try and go have lunch with her, and Lauren does the same at least once or twice every 2 weeks or so. So it's just fun to see her. And so we did that, and then she came home, and then we just got the house kind of straightened up a little bit, and we basically just had pizzas and drinks, and then we went out. It was supposed to rain here, but thankfully the rain held off, and so we went out trick or treating about 6, and by 7:30, like we had just barrels of candy, and so we came back and had cake because why not? Let's have some more sugar. And then and everybody left probably about an hour and a half ago. And it was just a really good time. It was just pretty much local, like our neighbors and my in-laws and Pauline and Pierre came by for a little bit, and so it was a lot of fun. And Piper just had a ball. She was a prima ballerina, so she had like the big hoop outfit and everything, and she was just really cute, and she was just having so much fun with her friends, and it's fun to watch that. So another Halloween down the drain and awesome, and we just had a really great time. On the gaming front, I have punted Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, really?
Not because I rage quit or anything, because I'm just like, I need to play some Overwatch because of the Halloween event, and also because of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So I popped that thing out of my PS4 because, yes, I still use physical discs. And then I put Odyssey in and let that update for the past week. And honestly, all I've been playing because of the Halloween event is Overwatch. And
Nice.
trying not to suck at it. But it's been, I loved it. I loved doing all the Junkenstein stuff and getting the loot boxes. I got 2 skins. I got the Widowmaker skin. And then I got a Hammond skin that wasn't even, it was a different skin. It wasn't even a Halloween-based one. But man, I really wanted that Slasher 76 because that's where I first started with Soldier 76. I did get the spray, but I didn't get the skin. And I don't have 3,000 yet, and I'm just going to keep collecting my gold because if that event in May, the anniversary event in May happens, that's maybe where I might get a few more skins.
There you go.
But yeah, I did want that Slasher 76 because I felt like that was one of the best ones. But man, I'm just having fun with it and just jumping on some quick play games when I can, trying to level up as quickly as I can. I'm at level 31 now.
Nice.
And this game has me, man. I'm going on YouTube and just looking at tips and tricks and like all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like But I need to get into Odyssey, so I think tomorrow that's when I'm going to start my Assassin's Creed Odyssey run, and then play some Overwatch in between. So, but yeah, I mean, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I was just kind of going through the motions, and I'm like, man, we got all this other stuff going on. I'll just wait till maybe the new year to come back to it, maybe. And I have a feeling I won't, but it's just not grabbing me as much as the other ones did. Mm-hmm. It's I feel like it's kind of a lot of the same stuff. And I kind of gave it kind of pains me because I really wanted to finish it, but I'm like, I'm not having fun with this as much as I'm having fun with Overwatch, and I've got Odyssey right there with me too. So gave it the boot for now, and maybe I'll come back to it. And so that's I think that's pretty much it for me.
Nice, man.
Mr. Patillo, talk to us, brother. What is going down? You are a busy man.
I'm asleep, man. If I've been
okay,
honest.
cool. Night.
Yeah.
New releases. Let's go.
Man, it's been a heck of a day. We started in Lynchburg, Virginia. We were at Toby's alma mater, Liberty, earlier today for their convocation. I guess it's like where the whole school gets together 3 times a week, and they do kind of like a devotion style thing, except their convocation, they have a lot of guests come in. And I'm talking about from like, obviously we were there, we did some songs, and then Toby did a Q&A. and then they've had Andy Roddick in there, and they've had I can't remember who all they've had, but they've had like a bunch of people from us to Trump to Andy Roddick to all kind of sports people. They've had a bunch of music people in there, and so and it's what's kind of cool about it is yes, it's like its reputation is that it's a very strict Christian school, but because of just times changing and the people that are running it now, they're really bringing in a lot of different people, and it's not all Christian people. And so they're getting to get a lot of different, ways of looking at things and stuff like that, and being able to really dialogue instead of just being like, we're just in this little bubble and we're just going to talk about these things and that's it, and no outside influences. Yeah. And so it really helps, I think, the students, even though Christian colleges can feel like a bubble, it really helps them get a view of what other people are going through, what other people's thought processes are, why they believe what they believe and stuff like that. And even the guy who runs it right now, he was raised in a Muslim household. And so he didn't become what we would think of as a Christian until his late 20s. And, he was raised, he's from Iran, I believe. His family's from Iran and escaped a long time ago, when the conflicts were going on, because, conflict has never stopped over there. And and escaped to America and came up here. And so it's just his story just in itself is really interesting. But I think because of his story is why he think it important to bring in other walks of life to talk to this, talk to these Christian kids. So it was really cool to be a part of that. And, so we did like 5 songs this morning, and then we had a little break, and then we came over to Roanoke, Virginia, and performing at one of the theaters or whatever here. And so we've been on stage for the last 3 hours rehearsing for our show tomorrow. And it was kind of one of those things where I was asked Toby earlier, I was like, hey, so we're on Eastern time, obviously here in Virginia. And I was like, hey, so the podcast is like at 11:30. You think we'll be done? and he was like, yeah. And right when he said that, I was like, doggone it, we should have done it Tuesday morning. I was like, I knew we were going to be late. And so, it's just a slow moving thing. And sometimes you run into a problem that you only solve by sitting there and thinking about it. And so, my legs just going crazy, bouncing up and down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the guys are going to get started soon. And so I appreciate you guys letting me jump in here late. And,
man. Of course, man.
Thanks for still having me.
I mean, get out,
please.
And
you're done.
You gotta go. Besides that, man, we just been getting ready for this tour. I, like these guys, were trying to get my Overwatch boxes before I left and went into the land of
very jealous
bad internet. And I was kind of looking through the skins, and I was like, okay, which one do I really want? And for some reason, I don't even use the Wrecking Ball, but I was like, that huge pumpkin is just too good. And so
it was good.
I bought that one, and I was literally about to tear down my PS4 to put it in my bag to bring on the road. I was like, man, let me get like 2 rounds in right quick of Mystery Heroes. And so I just happened to be on a good team. We won some games, got some loot boxes, got 2 of them, and popped them. The first one was like silver, silver, blue, silver. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much right. And then the next one was like silver, purple, yellow, silver. I was like, oh, a yellow one.
Nice.
And it was that freaking Soldier 76 skin. And I was like,
I'm so jealous.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, boy.
Thank you. I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, right?
And so,
so jealous.
I was really glad to get that one, because I actually do play as Soldier sometimes where I don't ever play as Hammond. So anyway, that was fun. Listen, not for nothing. My wife said to me today, oh, so you going to take the Switch too? And I was like, well, I always take the Nintendo on the road.
What?
She has been playing Dr. Mario on the NES throwback like a beast.
Really?
She's been playing. We've played it. Number one, we've played it every night, which has been an awesome time together.
She loves it.
And, we got on Jackbox with Ed last week, which was I never thought would happen. And she said she would come out with me during Extra Life and play with me during the 24-hour stream.
Oh, I love that.
So I was like, we'll probably play Dr. Mario.
Of course.
What are you guys going to name your fourth kid?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Somebody going to get pregnant.
Exactly. Hey, when she starts giving me them eyes, I'm going to be like, Dr. Mario, then?
So awesome.
So, yeah, that's been
awesome,
really...
man. That's
dude,
so cool.
It's got me so hyped that she's been wanting to play.
Yeah,
and so
that's
I
great.
left the Nintendo at home, man, and she's been playing Dr. Mario, and she texted me like last night, because our thing is like, we start at level 15 on high and try to get all the way to 20 and beat each level.
Yeah.
And for those that play Dr. Mario, it's extremely difficult just because the speed is so fast and the viruses are so high up that it's just hard to beat. And so she was like, 18, finally beat it. Last night I was like, oh yeah.
Nice.
She at home playing by herself.
That is awesome.
I mean,
That's
right?
great, man.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
That's so cool.
I love it. And I love that she's going to come and be on the Extra Life stream with me. Mine's still a month away. Ed, yours is starting the day this podcast comes out, right? Or is it starting Saturday? Saturday. Saturday into Sunday. So I know that the day of the day Patreon will probably get this on Thursday. I think Hollywood Bones, Patrick Novosel, Nova Beyond, is starting his on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Playing his Thursday to Friday. And so, man, I'm excited to be keeping up with people while I'm out here on the road and see them doing their stream. I got to watch Eric Thompson's stream a couple days ago while he was doing his. So jumped in there. He only played Red Dead. 24 hours of Red Dead. And there was more than enough there. That game, boy. And even on the stream, that game looks amazing.
Doesn't it, though?
Like, I wasn't drawn in at all to any of the story aspects of it, but like just what it looked like. And he looked into the distance and it feels like there's just like an infinite draw distance. Like, I'm like, well, what could pop in? Like, there's the mountains, what feels like 30 miles away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was just really cool to see how amazing that game looked even on stream.
Yeah.
So big up to Rocksteady, man.
Right?
Rockstar.
Rockstar, yes.
That did it. And that's pretty much it for me.
I forgot to mention in my update, Sarah finished Spider-Man this weekend.
She did?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Did she get that platinum, though?
She did not get that platinum, but
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
she said, "Oh, does this mean can I be on the spoiler cast now?" And I said,
Oh, she is
"We
too
already
cute.
recorded that." And she goes, "Well, who am I going to talk to about this?" So, Gabe and Chris, you can probably expect a few calls.
Hey, tell her to come on with it.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I was totally about to ask a spoiler question. Sorry, I was like, how'd she react at this? But
Yeah,
never mind, sorry.
I know what you're going to ask.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
said, "This is why I don't finish games."
Yeah, okay.
That's hilarious. So yeah, tour starts officially tomorrow. And so we're excited to be out here. First show's tomorrow. It's such a different show, so I'm a little nervous. We're starting out really broken down, so we're starting out acoustic. So I'll be on Cajon.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just Tim and me, Tarian and Toby. Starting out, we have these Edison bulbs that are real pretty behind us. And that'll be the first 4 songs will be like that.
Wow.
Just a
That's
real
awesome.
broke down style. And so, yeah, we're excited. It's a little nerve wracking because your vocals are just out there by themselves. And But, we're going to do what
That's
it do,
why you
baby.
reverse, brother.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you got this.
That's why we rehearse till 1 a.m.
Exactly.
Right.
Dude, those days last week, oh my gosh. I don't remember if I talked to you guys before or after rehearsals week. Those were at minimum 14-hour days. And it was just
Dang, man.
so crazy. Like one day I left my house at 9 a.m, didn't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, woo, this
Man.
hurts. And then got up and did the podcast. No, I did the podcast the first day. I had to get up for something for school tomorrow the next day. And it was just like, it felt like a knife in my ribs. It hurt so bad.
Yeah, man.
All right. That's it. Is somebody else hosting or should I take us into
No,
into
man,
the
take
next
us
section?
home.
Go for it,
Take
man.
us in.
Tim, you got it?
I got it.
Well, let's do it!
All right, this is actually a very quiet week. We have not a ton of games. Speaking of quiet, The Quiet Man for the PC PS4. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. I thought I said that last week, but this is for the Switch. Comes out November 2nd. Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun for the Switch, and Taiko no Tatsujin Drum Session for the PS4.
All right, then.
Moonlighter for the Switch. Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition for the Xbox One, PS4, and
Oh,
Nintendo
well, if it's
Switch.
the Dynasty Edition.
Well, yeah, right? Strange Brigade Japanese Naval Officer Character Expansion Pack for the
my
Xbox
God.
One, PS4, and PC.
Tyler Perry
Say that
presents.
10 times fast. Exactly. And Transistor for the Nintendo Switch. So, back to you, gentlemen.
Chris McCracken,
Yes, sir.
why don't you break us off with that good news?
Okay, well, I'm going to start with the one that got me the most excited this week.
Okay.
And that is we finally know what the rest of the entire list of games are going to be on the PlayStation Classic. Just to rewind a
with
little
it.
bit, they had announced the PlayStation Classic and they said, "Hey, we're going to drop this. It's $100. Comes with 2 controllers. It's going to launch on December 25th. It's going to have 20 preloaded games, and here's 5 of them." And then just kind of left it at that. And we're like, "All right, well, when are we going to find out what these other ones are? Is it going to be like a week before or whatever?"
Yeah.
So here is the list as of right now. Well, I guess just this is the list because there is a slightly different one as I understand it for the Japanese one. But the one that's coming to America is going to have Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid,
There it is.
Mr.
Yeah.
Driller, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighters 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken
Yes.
3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, and
Yes.
Wild Arms. So clearly, I am like literally. I read it and screamed yes in my car when it said
Nice.
Metal Gear Solid, and then I did it again when I saw Twisted Metal on there because those were 2 of the ones that I really wanted to have. And yes, I probably like Twisted Metal 2 even more than Twisted Metal, but I enjoyed the heck out of both of them. So I am
Yes.
eager to have at least one of them on there. And yes, I am one of the people, because it's kind of, as you might imagine, there's people like some people really love the list. Some people are like, oh, but they're missing so many games, yada, yada, yada. A lot of people are like, can't believe that there's no Crash or no Spyro on there.
Yeah,
They
but we
did
just
have
talked about
remakes
that.
of those.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I mean, I kind of understand that. And there has been some people who are like, man, I'm really bummed that they didn't get either Gran Turismo or Gran Turismo 2. But I honestly did not expect either. Even though I would have liked to have had those, I just did not expect them to be there because that's got to be a licensing nightmare.
Well, and Chris, don't you think too, like the people that do Crash, isn't that taking money out of your own pocket at that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they're like, well, we're selling the Insane trilogy, so why would we put this one over here for people just to go buy that instead of this? And maybe I know people could make the argument that like, well, they get a couple dollars more, but I think that like, you know, I don't. That's why. I mean, you wouldn't put out. It would feel weird to me to divide yourself like that. You know what I mean?
I
would
can
get it.
understand that why people want it, and I don't necessarily think it would feel weird, but I do. To me, it's like, okay, they did just release remakes of these that are fully remastered or remakes, depending on
No.
which route you went.
I don't think it would feel weird to us. Just as a company, it doesn't seem like it would make the most sense. You're like, hey, this is what we just put all our work into. We would like people to enjoy this. If they want the game, get it this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely make the argument it's a bit more consumer friendly because then people don't have to pay $40 for the Insane Trilogy or whatever. They can just pay and get it as with all these other games. They're getting 20 games on there. So they're getting a better deal if they get Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 on this.
That's right.
But I mean, I don't know. I was not expecting Crash to be on there. I mean, I
No.
kind of understand that, you know, with it being, you know, PS1 legendary games, but the fact that Crash has gotten so much love, Spyro's about to get love again. I mean, I'm not, or is that one already out? It doesn't bother me at all that they're not on there. And it was always going to be a bit more of a struggle for PlayStation than it was like Nintendo or whatever, because especially the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, there were a lot of just Nintendo-made games that were really great that they could just pull from to put on there. PlayStation did have first-party games, but they didn't have a ton of first-party
not like
party developers. In the PlayStation 1 day, so most of their games are third-party, and most of them have a lot of really licensed music. Another one that people didn't or were really kind of bummed that it wasn't on there was not one of the Tony Hawk games. It's like, but again, like there's music in there that, I just, it was going to be a struggle to get some of those games. Obviously I'm biased. I'm super over the moon that Metal Gear Solid is on there. And then I'm glad that they got at least one of the Twisted Metals because I really, like I said, really enjoyed 1 and 2.
I'll tell you what, too. I hope that there was people like me. Number one, we talked about this a little on the show. I'm not good at remembering what was on PS1 or PS2. Like, they all kind of meld together to me.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I forgot that I loved Battle Arena Toshinden. I forgot that I loved Destruction Derby. I forgot that I thought Oddworld Abe's Odyssey was great. Persona is the first Persona game in that series, so that's fun for
I was wondering
about
that, yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously Twisted Metal. I think I had mentioned Siphon Filter.
Yeah,
I'm so glad Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo is all there. Ridge Racer we talked about. We already
Tekken
knew that
3,
one was on there.
Yeah.
Tekken, I'm so glad. It's 20 games. It's 20 games out of the hundreds of games. They're not going to please everybody. There's no way to please everybody.
Right.
But I think this is a really good list.
I do too.
A really good list.
I'm right there with you. And I don't know. There's been no confirmation. There's outside of the fact that there seems to be some port on the back of it that we have no idea what it's for. Maybe it'll be the kind of thing where they say, hey, and we're going to offer a way to where you can load on new games or something. I mean, that might be totally out of the, just pie in the sky kind of thing. But you never know. Maybe they'll find a way to do that. I mean, if they were smart, they could. That's the way what I would do, because you saw the NES Classic, you saw the SNES Classic. They were preloaded with these games, and then people are like cracking them and jailbreaking them, and then adding more stuff onto there. It's like, well, why don't we just sell a cart that has 20 more games, and it can just load it onto the internal memory, or maybe it's just a card slot, and you just put it in, and you can play them now the ones off that card. Maybe that'll be a thing that happens, and then they can. That's how they're going to try to please everybody, and they're just rather than announce everything all at once, they're going to trickle it out a bit. I mean. That would be something that
the other ones hadn't done yet. That'd be really smart.
That would definitely be a differentiator, and that would help justify the fact that it's kind of at a premium over the SNES and the NES Classic. So I don't know.
That's awesome.
I'm super excited to get it. I was going to be getting it no matter what, just because it's cute and I wanted to have one. But I'm really excited about it now.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that you're happy about it. When I saw Metal Gear 2, I was like. Yes. Yes. I was so glad. That and Twisted Metal. I was like, the two ones we really wanted are on there. That's fun.
Yeah.
So we were very divided earlier today about the. I couldn't be a part of the conversation as much as I wanted to be, but I was weary whether I should bring it up or not. But I think it'd be a good conversation to have.
I know where you're going.
But we did get to see our first look at your boy playing Gerald of
Gerald
of Rivia or wherever.
Cavill,
yeah, Henry Cavill.
I just always think of him as Superman.
and we both were kind of, there was kind of a, I think 50-50. Me and Chris were in the middle, and then Tim was on one side, Ed was on one side, kind of talking about the shot that they released was definitely supposed to look like this is the direction we're going in, not like a finished product, but at the same time was produced just enough that it felt like this just might be who he is. And so and Ed made a good point. The comments are lit up with people like, oh, well, that looks stupid. But people in comments are the negative ones are the ones that are going to usually overtake. And so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. We were a little, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, like that wig looks terrible. Like to me, it was all about the wig. Like obviously Henry Cavill has a very defined chin and jaw.
Yes.
that to me are slightly distracting. Like, and I didn't think it was going to be as distracting as it was.
You were
But, like,
you were swoon by him.
It was like a chin and a wig walked into the light. That's what I saw. Was a bad wig and a chin. And so I was just a little taken aback that he wasn't dirtier, and I don't know when I didn't know when he got his scar, so I don't know if this is pre the scar on his face and stuff like that. But I was just kind of like, and the fact that it doesn't say Witcher anywhere except down in and me and Ed have gone back and forth about this. I don't know that people read descriptions as much in our Instagram, lifestyle where you're just flipping through pictures and videos and stuff like that. So it did say it down in the description, your first look at Henry Cavill as the Witcher. But if you were to just see that video, to me, it looked like a bad soap opera. If saying so many words. But Ed brought up a lot of good points. Ed, kind of say what you were saying.
Well, I mean, to me, I was like, yeah, that's what that guy looks like.
Oh, I mean, man.
And I mean, I didn't even give a second thought to the wig, because to me, if you put Legolas up on a black screen, it would look ridiculous.
You think so?
Yeah, like, Thor would look ridiculous. It just looked like, hey, here's
an 80s metal band. Yes, you're right.
Well, and that's what the people from The Witcher look like to me.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
And I think the difference to me, Ed, was because I'm totally with you. Like, you're hoping that in context he looks a lot better. I was just scared that that's it. Like, this is what he's going to look like also in the broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this stringy, like, to me, it felt like a wig you get at Party City that just happens to fit really well.
Yes.
Yeah, to me,
did you feel that at all, Ed, though? Like, when you saw the wig, were you like, man, that wig is bad and stiff?
I didn't, not a bit. I was just like, yeah, that looks like, that's what The Witcher looks like. And again, man. I don't know.
Did you play Witcher 3?
I didn't play The Witcher. I just have seen photos and what have you. So I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's kind of like, like I mentioned in our conversation, if you took the model of the Millennium Falcon and took a photo of it sitting on a desk, you might be like, this movie's horrible. It's like, well, yeah, but there's no sound effects, there's no music, it's just a picture of the Millennium Falcon.
Right, and that's what, and I think I was hoping that they would do a reveal more like they did with Rey, like when they first were doing the teasers for Star Wars. It was similar in the fact that you just saw her and then it would like end, but it was her in context. You know what I mean? Like already done up with kind of like the coloring and all that. This felt like you could have shot it. Not saying it was, but like you could have shot it on a newer iPhone. Right. And he just kind of walked in and took to me, and it ended.
This to me was one of those scenes where you could almost hear the director saying, and stop, and look, and now drink your potion. Like that's kind of the level of quality, and that's why I was upset about it, because I respectfully disagree with all you jokers.
Because you love The Witcher 3.
Because I love Witcher 3. Now, here's the thing. My question is, are they going back to Witcher 1 and 2? And this is like, and I'm just used to a more hardened, older Geralt. And if that's not the case, fine. Like he looks okay.
I think they're basing this one off of the novels, which are the novels are in and around the games or something.
That's right. That's right. So it's definitely a younger Geralt.
Exactly. My whole thing was, I just didn't like it. Like it. Like I'm still excited for this series. I love that they're putting it together. But to me, this is not how you kick it off with just him walking in and then drinking a potion. And to be honest, like I'm like, yeah, it's. I mean, like Henry
I don't
Cavill
even understand the
wig.
Potion thing. Like, is that like, that's how he does his Witcher?
Yeah, well, he's an alchemist. Like he can create Witcher goo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
Witcher goo.
That's how he gets his Witcher goo going.
Yeah, well, because Austin Powers has like the mojo, and so it's his Witcher goo. I don't know.
Lord have mercy.
I really want that to be the title, but it's not going to be.
That makes it so much worse.
Yeah, it really does.
Chris, what did you think?
I was honestly like I was of two minds of it. Like I saw it and I knew right away. I was like, okay, because to me, I didn't see anything negative about this. So not the Witcher thing, but what I'm about to say. When they showed that first look of like, this is what Joaquin Phoenix is going to look like in the new Joker movie, they did the exact same thing. He's standing there. It's a quick little thing where they have the slate, and then he's standing there, and then it switches to the scene where he's got the music or the makeup on, and he's kind of laughing, and then he goes to a straight face. And to me, that was their way of introducing that character, and I didn't see a bunch of negativity about that. In fact, I only saw positive stuff about it. So to me, I was like, okay, Netflix is trying to go that route. They're trying to get some hype by just showing you a glimpse of what it is, because we've heard all about that. Oh, he's going to be playing Geralt or how the heck you say homeboy's name.
Geralt.
I'm going to say Witcher. He's playing the Witcher guy.
He's playing Mr. Witcher.
But nobody had seen anything about it yet. So they just wanted to do a quick little tease. That's all it was a tease. Now, what I will say is that I'm kind of like on the same page as Ed, where, I mean, yeah, that's what the Witcher dude looks like. I mean, I think he looked cooler with the beard, but that was only in the third game. And then, like you said,
Right.
I don't know either when or how he gets the scar, so maybe the scar's not supposed to be there. I think his eyes are like orange, and in that little thing, his eyes didn't look orange. So I was like, okay. But at the same time, I also did think the very first thing I was like, well, that wig looks really thick. It doesn't look right.
so funny.
Something's slightly off there, but it wasn't so far off that I'm like, oh, they're destroying my Witcher.
Yeah.
You know, I
No,
didn't care about like that. Like I was just kind of like, huh, okay. Like I actually,
And
I
just for the
retweeted
record,
it.
that's not what I'm saying either, though. Just
Yeah.
I'm not
Dude,
saying
that's
that they're
the first
destroying.
thing you said.
No.
This is gonna suck.
Yes.
Yes, I did say that. I did say that. It
was
doesn't
like-
mean they destroyed it, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose this battle clearly, so
You
whatever.
were pretty on the negative Nancy train there.
I was
right
definitely
off
on the
bat.
because it sucked. Like that's not how you kick off something as hyped as this is for a lot of people, at least. That's
know
in
what's
my
funny?
opinion. I'm losing this battle anyway, so I'm gonna bow out.
Yeah, well, it's not a number one. It's all opinion based, so you can't be wrong. But
Well, that's true.
I will say
I'm gonna oops myself.
the issue. One of the issues I had with it was I don't know how popular The Witcher is in pop culture. So the Joaquin Phoenix thing to me is so different because
Yes.
number one, they do
That's
a little
a good
bit
point.
more, and everybody knows the Joker.
Yes. And
everybody
there's been
in quotes,
many
right?
of them, too.
And there's been
Yeah.
so many Jokers, so many different iterations. People hated the Jared Leto Joker as well. Obviously nobody's ever going to touch Homeboy that passed away, but
Heath Ledger.
in our lifetime, I don't think. I could be surprised, but I doubt it.
I agree on that one. That's for sure.
And so I just felt like it was Netflix assuming that everybody's going to know what this is. And so I watched it like 4 times, trying to have like different mindsets. I watched it when Tim's in it, and then Ed made a bunch of points, and I watched it again. And then like when it was quiet, I kind of watched it again as somebody like that didn't know anything about it. Like say I didn't know anything. I would think like, that
Motley Crue's getting back together.
who is he playing? You know what I'm saying? More
Right.
instead of like, oh, that looks dope. It didn't come off as like, oh, that looks dope to me. Which
And that's what I hated about it.
I would
Yep.
hope that, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, it's crazy.
but I'm glad that we were so spread out on it. It was fun just having us
Yeah.
be
Oh, yeah.
standing in such different places. And I think with me, Ed, and Chris being theater kids, we kind of know how this goes. Like, I went and saw Spider-Man on Broadway, and you're like, oh, yep, there's a huge thing around his waist helping him jump around. You know what I'm saying? It's not the movies. And so, I give way to, okay, in context, in the show, hopefully he doesn't look exactly like that, because that feels like they didn't try very hard. And I just happened to be watching it on Halloween, and that's what half the Jokers running around today look like to me. It's like,
That's right.
so I went down and got a wig and threw it on, and I'm asking people for candy. So, I didn't get to even tell you guys, man. Freaking Remy was Mario today for Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
He picked it on his own. He loves
That is
Mario.
awesome.
And then Amara was Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, very cool.
So I had
That's
freaking
good.
2 gamer kids
Awesome.
running around doing Halloween today. I didn't get to be there. Obviously, I'm here in Virginia, but I got the pictures, and it made me sad not to be there. But I was so proud that, like, both my kids are gaming things without me
That
even
is
having
awesome.
to push them in a direction. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's so great.
That's so
yeah,
cool.
that was fun. That was fun. Chris, what else you got, buddy?
So Red Dead Redemption, as we heard Ed talk about it a little bit, and
Lord
as
have
we
mercy.
all
Is there
expected,
any other news besides Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah,
Seriously.
as we all expected, it was going to be doing well for itself, and it did indeed do well. It did well to the tune of $725 million during its opening weekend,
Jeez.
making it the second highest grossing piece of entertainment of all time.
Really? I read it was the first highest.
No, because what's the name? Grand Theft Auto made $1 billion in its first 4 days.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 is number one. It made $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Now, there's
with
also a
B.
little bit of discrepancy there because, as I understand it, Grand Theft Auto actually released on a Friday, right? So did this one release on a Friday? I don't remember. When did Red Dead come out? Was it on Friday or was it
Yeah,
Tuesday?
on Friday.
Yeah,
Oh,
Friday.
it was okay. Never mind. I was thinking that it came out on Tuesday. I was like, well, they're saying weekend, but it's been open since Tuesday, so maybe I had that wrong. But yeah,
No,
Grand
it was
Theft Auto
Friday,
5.
right?
I feel like it was. I can't remember for sure. I'm
Ed?
getting all confused in my head now.
You played it
You
day
know what?
one.
Grand Theft Auto made more money, it says here, in its first 3 days, but it was released on a Tuesday.
So it was the opposite. Okay.
wow.
Yeah,
There you go.
Red Dead dropped on
wow.
a Friday. So they
So
were
it
just...
didn't come
what
out
I
on
read-
payday.
So what I read was it was saying it was the biggest weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
of entertainment.
Interesting. So if you look at it for just the 3 days, I wonder if it would have been more than
Yeah, that's what I
Grand
had
Theft Auto
read.
5. Wow. Well, regardless,
That's
1 and
next
2
level.
are in Rockstar's in their little war chest there.
Right?
They're like, yeah, we got the award 1 and award 2. What's up?
Right?
Exactly. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Right. That's
That's
crazy.
That
Yeah.
is
So
an
it's-
insane amount of
it's
money.
just- and I don't know if I would assume it's going to be the next thing is be like, oh, number 1 NPD 10 years from now is Grand Theft Auto 5, and number 2
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
2.
Exactly. I mean, I don't see a game dethroning those. I
Not
mean,
one
number
bit.
one, you've got to be multi-platform, and so some of the games we love, are single platform. But I mean, that's just an insane amount of money. It just doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense how
Yeah.
much money that is. That's so awesome. And Ed, I didn't get to hear it, but you're loving it still.
Yeah,
I know it's
for the most
redundant,
part,
but-
yeah. I've had some
Okay.
struggles with it, but
I got you.
I am still enjoying it and still playing it.
I'll ask you later.
Yeah.
So, Asher Einhorn, I don't know this guy, but he's a designer over at Naughty Dog.
Okay.
He tweeted out yesterday, I don't think I've ever been more excited about a game I'm working on while I'm actually making it. This thing is going to be freaking unreal. Hashtag Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I mean,
That almost gave me goosebumps.
dude, when I read it, I was like, okay. Like, this thing is going to be off the freaking chain. And it just like started the hype trade up because they've been so quiet about it. I know there was some things that came out on Outbreak Day, like some
Yeah.
screens or something like that. And I got to see a little bit of it, but I didn't pay too close attention. But man, oh man, oh man. I'm just so excited about that
Right.
game. And I'm so glad that Chris is getting it for free and that I mean,
glad too.
we still have 2 months, but
Yeah, we still have 2 months.
yeah, it's not looking good.
Stop trying to make me feel better.
Oh, we're not. Don't worry.
But it just got
You
me
lost.
It just got me so excited. I was, because there's nothing like 2 things. There's nothing like your favorite game getting ruined. You're like, oh, but then there's just nothing like one of your favorite games getting better.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, because Last of Us is gonna go down. It's got to be top 10 for me. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
And to just know that, and I know this is a guy on the inside, so it's like if somebody's working on music, it's like, this is the best song I ever wrote, and you're like, I mean, sure, then it comes
Yeah.
out, and you're like, yeah, that song sucks, but they know quality over there,
Oh yeah.
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 and
And they've been at it for so long, and if he's not like sick of it by now, and he's that hyped about it, that just makes me smile.
yeah, you just wonder what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I wonder what they just like, what hill they just went over, or what mountain they just climbed and got to the peak of that he could sit back and want to tweet that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I bet it went gold. Surprise release November 27th.
You wish, brother.
Oh my gosh. What if it was like a freaking Black Friday release? Could you even imagine?
Oh, could you imagine?
I would
Oh
go.
my gosh,
I would go
nuts.
crazy. I mean, they do it in music all the time. They're doing it more now than they've ever done. You know, where like,
Yeah.
you know, Nicki Minaj will be like, "I'm dropping my album a week early," or Usher, you know, a couple weeks ago was like, "My album's coming out tonight," and you're like, "Oh snap! I didn't even know you were working on new music."
Right.
I'm waiting for, you know, and we all know that Sega tried that and it didn't go great. But I feel like if anybody could pull it off, Naughty Dog and The Last of Us Part 2 could pull it off.
That
They're
would
not
be
going to do
hilarious.
that, but that would be
That would
awesome.
be insane.
Chris, what else you got, buddy?
So Fallout 76 beta on PC has begun, and early on, so you know, with Fallout 76, they were like, "Hey, you know, this is a very different Fallout than we've ever done, and we're going to do this beta, and there's going to be all these really crazy bugs, and we're going to want you to go out there and test everything and figure out all the stuff so that we can get it all polished up and ready for the game." So, and Bethesda games kind of are known to have weird, crazy bugs and things like that. But it was just kind of funny
Because
how
the
they're
games
like,
are so huge.
yeah, they said that, you know, it was just kind of funny how they were kind of poking fun at themselves, like, "Oh, we're going to have all these crazy bugs during the beta." Well, they did have a really big bug on the PC
Yeah.
side, but it's one that, like, it just makes you, it's like, come on, this is only Bethesda probably could.
It was
have this
actually
bug.
asteroids.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, when you would launch the game on Bethesda's launchers, some people would just have the screen go black, and if you clicked on your mouse, it would just delete the game from your hard drive.
What?
Wow.
So basically, your 50 gigabyte download, that however long it took you to download, when you
Oh my
launched it
gosh.
from the launcher, the screen would go black. You're like over here clicking things because you're like, "Wait, what's going on?" And when the screen goes black, I guess some invisible prompt's coming up says, "Do you want to delete the game?" And it deletes the game.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine the kid taking his laptop to the library to get faster internet?
I know.
Just to go home and get the whole thing deleted?
Exactly. So
Oh, that's
Yikes.
a heartbreaker.
now I think that it's been taken care of by now, because I think the beta came out earlier this week, but on PC. But I was just like, "Oh my, how can?" Yes, I understand you have bugs, and yes, I understand you even made jokes about like, "Oh, we're gonna have bugs," but it's like to have a bug that bad, like it just straight up
Yeah,
deletes the
bad.
game, and there's no guarantee. Like even if it started up the first time, let's say you played for like 4 hours. And I don't really know what kind of progress you're going to have because it's a persistently online thing. But what would it just delete things, or does that stay server side? There's all kinds of weird stuff that would go along with that. It's just like I can't believe that's the bug, a bug that you're capable of having. Just a delete game bug.
Jeez Louise. That would be, I mean, for excited as people are, and I don't know if they're being, you know, real tight with the beta or they're letting a lot of people in. I know I didn't get an invite. I don't know if I signed up. I thought I did. I don't remember. But, you know, to make the list. And so is it only some people or like most people on PC or?
Well, the beta right now, the one that's going is only on PC and Xbox One, I believe, and then it's going to open up, I think, next week on the PlayStation 4.
And you got in, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought you did. You got Project
No.
Stream.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
got Project Stream, which I haven't even had a chance to give a shot. So yeah, I'm not sure. The one I don't know if it's tied to pre-orders in some way. It probably is in some way, but I don't know if it's this beta or if it's the other beta, because I think they're having two. So I'm not really sure.
There you go. I got you. I'm out. You have anything else, Chris?
The last thing that I have is that Sony Interactive Entertainment has licensed the design for PlayStation VR to Lenovo.
Yeah.
So Lenovo is going to be making their own VR headset, and it's going to be basically off of the design of the PlayStation VR. I just thought
What does
was
that even
kinda-
mean?
So I'm assuming what that means is it's going to look the exact same, or maybe by the time this comes out, if there's a new version of PSVR, like version 3 or whatever, that whatever that is, they're going to basically mirror each other. I'm assuming like colors and all that, and logos obviously will be a bit different, but it's going to be the same basic shape and form factor as the PlayStation VR. That's the way that I interpret it.
Does that sound dumb to anybody else? Or
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I'd want my own VR headset to look different from one that's been out for like a year or two.
well, I mean, on Lenovo's side, I think they just want to get into the game, and this saves them from all the R&D of having to create something. And then Sony's making money because Lenovo's paying to basically use their design. So, I mean, I'm kind of with you that I would want mine to stand alone and not look like another one. And if mine gets, all these accolades for being a really comfortable headset or whatever, like I'd want to be able to have that stamped on my box and be like, most comfortable headset or whatever. But, I mean, Sony's getting paid money and they were willing to not have it be exclusive to them, and then Lenovo's willing to pay money. So they both feel like they're winning out of it.
I don't know. It's almost like, timelines are going to be weird in my example, so don't oops me. But It's like if Mr. Henry Ford had just made the Model T and then Mr. Toyota was like, hey, how do you make those? And he's like, let me show you. That just seems like it would be, I don't know. Like,
we're going to have the exact same car except with our name on it.
Yeah, and like, why would you not want to sell all of them rather than some of them? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely something that I had to a bit of a double take when I saw the headline. I was like, wait, what now? Say again?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Weird.
But there it is.
Huh. I don't understand business.
Exactly, me either. Ed, will you talk about, do we have any free games?
Yeah, we do have some free games. Let's see. For PlayStation, for the month of November, we've got Bullet Storm Full Clip Edition.
Okay.
Yakuza Kiwami. So if
Of
you're,
course.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Jackbox Party Pack 2. That's a pretty good one.
Really?
Whiplash,
Yeah, I like that.
I don't have
Fibbage
that.
2, Bomb Core, Earwax, and Bidiots. That's on the...
Oh, wait, maybe I do have that.
I've got that one, yeah. On Steam, though, not on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. There you go. Arcado series. And then for the PS Vita cross-buy with PS4, Burly Men at Sea and Roundabout.
All right,
So,
then.
Well, that's
Riveting.
exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, beat that, Microsoft.
They probably will.
Microsoft, over on the Xbox side with Games with Gold for the month of November, Battlefield 1.
There you go.
Hey, that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. November 16th through December 15th, Race the Sun.
Okay.
November 1st through the 15th, Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, the first one?
First one, I believe.
Wow.
So it's
Yeah,
a 360
yeah, it's the
backwards
first-
compatible, I'm assuming?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And then also backwards compatible November 16th through the 30th, Dante's Inferno.
Oh, there you go. I always kind of
So-
wanted to give that a shot. I never did, though.
Yeah, so there's some games for you at no extra charge unless you're paying for, Games with Gold or PS Plus. Mm-hmm. But there you go. New on the YouTube channel this week, we've got last week's Jackbox Party Pack 5, Lego DC Supervillains bonus levels, and then also Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 6. So
I
can
could not
get your-
stop thinking about Mad vs. City, man. I just can't.
dude, I wish they had a better answer for us than we're having technical difficulties, because we knew that.
Yeah, that's it.
we
You
are
didn't have to
aware,
spell-
sir.
Didn't have to spell that one out.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll be fixed for Extra Life. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you probably talked about this also, but it's not just Mad vs. City, right? I mean, sometimes other games like the
patently
Split the
stupid
Room.
has gone out. Split the Room hasn't. It's the only one that hasn't happened on.
What? It happened twice when I played it with you. No. I'm sorry. It was the other one.
Yeah, the patent where you make inventions.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that one. And then You Don't Know Jack. It's happened a handful of times, but not recently. So last week after Mad vs. City went down, we just played You Don't Know Jack for the rest of the stream, and it was fine. So
See, that's crazy. What a weird
Yeah.
thing. It's got to be server side, right? That's why. Anyway, the PlayStation Network, man, they're not looking good right now.
I don't know. You think that's what it is, and it's not a Jackbox server thing?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
if
think
it's
it has
PS4,
anything to do
it's-
with.
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
if it's PS4 only, then it's got to be
Yeah.
something with their service,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
But I
just on the
think-
tail of what we talked about last week with the name changes and how much problems that could bring. You're like, okay, something's not right over there.
But I
they
don't think
can't-
that it's. I mean, I'm assuming because it goes through the browser and everything. I'm assuming it's running off of Jackbox is running their own servers for the game. It's just utilizing PSN as the pathway. Like I don't think it's running off of PSN servers or anything like that. Because he was saying that the issue happens even when you're just playing it in your house.
Right, not streaming.
So it's not just tied to streaming it or playing with people online. It's tied to even if you're all in the living room and you're playing with five people.
No, but what I'm saying is that game is almost fully online. Like the install is really small compared to how much stuff. It's like a 2 gigabyte install. And
yeah,
so
and that's what I'm saying is
majority of it lives on the servers
though. But I don't think it's running off a Sony server. Like they're just the pipe with which it's going through and what you're connecting to.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying there's got to be something with the PlayStation's network communicating with their servers that's acting up.
Oh yeah, that can be. Yeah, netcode can be some bug in netcode being differently for every server that does it. Yeah, that could definitely be something.
Yeah. Interesting. That's called
this
full
week
circle.
on disagreeing about something we agree on.
Yeah, exactly. Golly, that was what's funny about too. You and Router's thing is like, I think it looks terrible. Why do you think it looks terrible? Because the wig looks terrible. Well, yeah, he looks terrible. Like Ed's whole point is he looks stupid in the first place.
No.
Tim's thing is he looks stupid. You're like,
my whole point
he looks
was
just like Geralt.
No, my whole point was you can't judge the production by this 10-second clip.
I know, but Tim would say, yeah, he looks like a stupid hairband from the 80s. And you're like, yeah, that's what Witcher people look like. It's a stupid hairband from the 80s.
Yeah, that's true.
Saying the same thing. Just one doesn't like it. One's like, that's how it's always been. I love it. Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. Did we get any new reviews this week?
We did not, no.
Oh, hey, girl, can I have your number? No.
Everybody's been busy watching Extra Life streams, I'm assuming.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, there you go.
Done. For the kids, for the children.
For the kids.
I think Patrick Novacell, he is upping us. He's giving away a free game every $50 he raises.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
you can have. I ain't got that kind of money.
He's balling.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. We need to come through and just donate, like, if people donate $8,000, he's like, oh, crap. I got to buy a bunch of freaking video games.
And Mark 2's giving away a Married to the Games hoodie.
That's right. That's right.
Ooh.
Matt
I
Tufus.
think-
Yeah, he's got all the details on his
Yeah.
Extra Life page. And go to his Twitter at Tufus. He's got links to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to be laying them
love
out
it.
on Twitter, too. So I'm going to try to,
Yeah.
you guys help me because I'm going to be out here rehearsing all day, apparently. And so if I miss somebody, throw it on the Twitter.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Ed, is that it from you?
That's it from me.
All right. Well, every week we ask you guys a question, except for maybe this week, unless I think of something quick. And we asked you guys.
You got this.
We asked you guys, will you fill in for me for the rest of this tour? No. Would you pay $500 for a super special edition of your favorite game, console not included? Because if the console's included, then of course you're paying $500.
Right.
Paying almost $500 for the console itself. Starting over on Discord, Romaine, Nick Fallhaber, no, because I value the continuation of my marriage.
Nice.
I know that's right. _wrong. Yes. For $500, I'll gladly pay for the Forza Super Special Edition with an authentic 1993 McLaren F1 car. This edition comes with a 2.5-inch Forza logo inside the gas cap. That does not count.
Nah.
You don't get a car for $500. Nova Beyond special editions are not my style. I don't care much for the collectible statues, maps, etc. I buy games just for the game and not for the physical trinkets these special editions offer. I'd rather spend $500 on multiple games or a console. I mean, I get that. Lucas Ham, I also value my marriage and its continuation, like Nick Fallhaber. But if there were a super special edition of Metal Gear Solid 5 that came with, I think he's meant, that came with Wolf Dog trained to be like D-Dog wearing an eye patch, I think I could convince the missus to go for that. She loves big dogs. These guys are dreaming.
Yeah.
A dog. You know, you imagine all these dogs at GameStop, and there's like, finally somebody bought the special edition. We can get this dog out of here. This wolf dog. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Gotta stop taking it out in the mall all the time. And go out.
I should have put a stricter thing on this question.
Right.
Robert Darrell Good Jr. Hold on, let me check my bathroom. Oh wait, I don't wipe my butt with money, so no.
Nice.
Good one. Good one, Robert Darrell Good Jr. Let me check my bathroom. Lord have mercy. If there's rich people out there wiping your butt with money, can you send it to me after you're done? I'll just wash it off.
Jeez.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't think about it. Rubber gloves, you're fine. You pass that thing off to Best Buy as quick as possible. Corey Drake. Sorry, guys, I'm tired.
That's how you pay your cable bill.
Yeah.
There you
In
go,
an envelope,
Comcast.
yeah, full of doo-doo money. Corey Drake, it really comes down to the material of the statue / jacket / helmet, gun, etc. If it's cheap PVC, then no. But if the gun is metal and wood with actual mechanics, or Joker wants an actual gun, or the jacket is leather and custom made from the 3D files, etc., then I think it might be worth above and beyond because you're paying for craftsmanship and the artist who painted, sewn the trophy. With friends as artists, I'm often hearing them say that person said, "Why would I pay you that much for just a drawing?" It's absurd. Yes, I think $7,000 for a jacket is obscene, but I've seen plenty of higher end special editions that I think are worth the price they're asking. Ooh. Matthew Shepard, at first I couldn't think of an item I would even be enticed by. However, if a really high quality version of the Enchanter Epic Quest item, Staff of the Serpent, from EverQuest was made and money was not too much of an issue, I could see me buying one.
Wow.
All right. Oh, you want a Staff of the Serpent.
Right.
That's what Eve wanted too.
Who doesn't?
Just saying.
Yep.
She got it too. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm doing everything on my phone because the internet's not good enough to do anything on my computer. So I'm on the struggle bus this week. Spencer Stapleton, I keep thinking, over on Twitter, I keep thinking I want to say yes if it included something ultra rare or like a sit-down dinner with Nolan North or something like that. The reality is no. Now, if the extra money went towards charity and I got the cool stuff, maybe. There you go, Spencer. Just so you know, we'll be doing some Extra Life in the next coming days. That goes to it. MOBA Mommy at MOBA Mommy. That's cool.
All right, then.
Maybe when I was younger, because now that I'm older, I would shop for many cool games for $500, not just a cooler version of the one I most enjoy. Hashtag Power Shopper. I know that's right. I'm kind of getting swayed. Cowboybrarian GMR at Librarian GMR.
I really hope
Sweet.
his name is Cowboybrarian.
Yeah, I would just pass out if that was the name. Trying to say, I would happily drop $500 for a super special edition of Snatcher. Snatcher. We just became best friends. I don't even know who this person is. We're best friends, Cowboybrarian. I loved Snatcher.
Cowboybrarian.
Cowboybrarian. We're friends, just so you know. Snatcher was an awesome game. Complete with a. It was a real cartoony Japanese weird game. I can't remember what it was on. I want to say it was like Sega CD or something like that. That's probably
They just put
definitely
a coin
wrong.
in their hand, and you had to hit a button and grab it, snatch it out of his hand before he closed it.
Yeah.
Snatcher.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a dog catcher.
You're right. I would happily drop $500 for a super special edition of Snatcher, complete with original and re-recorded English and Japanese tracks, original and remastered music, OST download, various physical manipulatives, documentary, art book, and anything else I could possibly think of. I am so with you. I wouldn't spend $500 on that game, but that would be really dope. And I loved that game when it ccame out. Oh,
Wow,
Snatcher
look
was
at that.
so good. I loved Snatcher. Oh, man. What
got
a
a new
blast from
friend,
the
Gabe.
past. I know. Cowboybrarian. Man. Love you too. Shoot. I'm being Roanoke tomorrow if you want to come by and get some coffee. Thank you guys so much. Golly. I'm drunk.
On life.
I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I've not been this tired in a long time. Like, I'd much rather be with all 3 kids with diarrhea right now. That's how tired I am. You know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast, marriedtothegames.com. We got some merch over there, as well as a survey on the main page. If you want to come tell us what you think. It's anonymous. Don't worry about it. Like Ed said, youtube.com/married to the games, on Patreon, patreon.com/MTTG, and kicking it up, you guys, for the next month. I'm going to be pushing it, even though I know this weekend is the official one. extra-life.org/team/MTTG. It's not too late to come join the roster and get this money for these kids. It's really cool. Eric pointed out something that I didn't know about Extra Life, but a lot of the money that's raised goes to families that can't afford the bills, not just to the hospitals, but goes to help some underprivileged families that might need some help with a stay in a hotel or with, unexpected things that come up that might not have the right insurance to cover stuff. And I thought that was really cool. I didn't know that some of that money was allotted for that.
That's awesome.
I thought it went more to the hospital as, to cover things. So that's really cool. So it goes to a cool thing. Ed will be streaming this weekend. Every $300 we raise will be giving away a free game, a game of somebody's choice, not a $500 super special edition. Just a regular game.
Yes.
So come hang out with Ed this weekend, as he's going to be pushing through 25 hours. Because he is doing it from Saturday to Sunday, and going into Sunday, we got daylight savings.
With the time change. Yep.
With the time change, 25 hours. He's going to rock it. He's going to kill it. It's going to be awesome. Router.
Rate us on iTunes so we can all wear wigs and get our Witcher goo going like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you called him, because I got a really shot of fear. I was like, oh crap, I've got nothing.
That's how I felt the whole
awesome
podcast. So join the club.
You should eat some Witcher goo, and you'll be good.
That's
You got the Witcher goo. It's good.
Yeah, I don't have any of that here. Well, let's get into some questions.
All right, we're going to start with Discord and Fluxel. What was the best Halloween costume you saw for Halloween this year?
I saw a kid came into my house, and he was dressed up as Mario, but he had Yoshi around his waist.
Oh,
He was
great.
but it was the Yoshi was inflatable, and I guess he walked to me and I said, "Oh, you're Mario." I said, "Is that Yoshi?" Because it was kind of deflated. He's like, "Yeah, my batteries ran out."
Nice.
Batteries? What kind of batteries?
I don't
do
know.
you
I
have on
guess
an
he puts
inflatable?
batteries
That's
on
awesome.
and it inflates the Yoshi or something. I don't know.
The inflatable Yoshi.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Sick. Good for him. Mm-hmm. And bad on his parents for not bringing extra batteries. What the heck?
know. Yeah, I know. Because it was
Always
like
bring
6.
extra
It's like,
batteries.
how long you been out here?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw Toad and Bowser together, which was really good. But there was another. There was a house where there was what looked like a statue, and he had a pitchfork, but it was actually a guy, and he would just be as still as possible, and then try and scare everybody. And
nice.
It was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool looking.
Did he have a change bucket out?
No, you wish. No, like the guy that normally comes out.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. I didn't see him. I was looking for him at Pumpkin Fest, and he wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't?
The living statue. No, the living statue guy.
There you go.
He usually comes by our booth.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
the only things I saw were my kids, and I mean, we were at a college today, and people were running around in costumes, but it's not cute when you're 18 or 19.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody.
There you go. That's the best. That's the best Halloween outfit.
You didn't have any trick or treaters?
Nope.
Ed? Wow.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Auburn,
Yeah.
stand up.
They live in that kind of neighborhood.
Right.
That's right.
Our porch light doesn't work. Our house is dark.
They're like, that guy's sitting right there playing video games. Like, he comes to the door right quick.
I know, right?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's good. Mark Boucher, what candy is usually the last to get eaten around Halloween at your house?
Ooh, that's hard because we actually throw out like probably 85% of the candy we get, and we just pick out we just pick out the ones the kids like, and then throw all the rest away. Because I mean, they're kids. We ought to do candy for the next month. You know what I'm saying?
You have my address, dude.
Yeah, right?
It's the freak throwing out candy.
And he's going to need it for the next 48 hours.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So we throw away the stuff we don't like. So I don't really know.
We usually, what we'll do, because we have not a ton, but we do have quite a bit of candy left over, is we'll bring it to the store, and then people can just pick. And this next weekend is Wine Down Main Street, and there's also Art Scene. So these are two events that are toward the evening, and people will be coming in and out of the store, so they can just grab candy until it pretty much goes away. Typically, though, like the M&M, the little small M&M packs are the last ones to go. We usually go straight for like the Snickers, the Twix, the Almond Joys, and those. So like that loose candy that's in the little fun packs, it's usually the last ones that are in our bucket.
I honestly don't know, because outside of Halloween, we never have candy in the house. And even whatever, like all the stuff that I have left over, because we didn't have a ton of people show up today, I'm just going to take it to work and leave it there. I'm not going to throw it away. Come on. Somebody will want to eat it.
Yeah, how dare you, right?
Yeah, so I'll just take it up there and be like, hey, here you go. You guys can take this.
I'm gonna go make it rain at the mall then.
That's right.
This
There
year.
you go.
I'm going to
Dump
take
it
some
from-
kid with a Snickers bar.
I would just stand right over the play area and just dump it from the second story.
Just drop
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
All right, Nova Beyond. Do you drink your coffee out of a mug or a thermos? If it's a mug, how do you hold your mug? By the handle? By the mug itself? I know, deep question, right?
I'd use both.
Yeah.
Well, does the Yeti count as a thermos?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, both. And then when it's not in the Yeti, which doesn't have a handle, I hold it by the handle until it cools down. Then I grab the whole thing.
Yep. Right there.
I would say most of the time I'm drinking out of some kind of thermos of some sorts, just because I make coffee in the morning and then I put it in something and I take it to work. And that's usually how I do it. But like on the weekends, I'm always using a mug, and I'm a handle person. I don't tend to. If it's the Yeti one, I will grab it because it doesn't have a handle. But all the rest of my mugs have handles, and I will hold the handle the whole time.
Yep.
Nice. Right there with you.
Yep. Same thing.
Lydia, what's your favorite candy, and why is it candy corn?
It is not, and you are now banned.
That was for Chris. That was totally for Chris.
I feel like people who even like candy corn isn't their favorite candy.
Yeah, exactly.
No. You'll eat it. It's like you tolerate it, and you eat it, and that's about it.
I think somebody did post on our Discord about like a peanut butter cup candy corn or something. I was like, I would give that a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I was too old to use them as fangs, I stopped eating candy corn. But
That's true.
I really anything out of Reese's. I mean, Reese's is just they're the ones that do it for me.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
Yes, it
those.
is.
I like I really like the little Snickers and stuff too.
Yeah.
And honestly, anything that has white chocolate in it, man, it's hard for me to get a
Ooh,
decision.
nice.
Nice. Milky Way and or Almond Joy for me.
There you go. That sounds gross.
I know, right?
Yeah. You might as well have said
Just said
vegetables.
candy
just then.
corn.
Milky Way? You guys don't like Milky
No, I
Ways?
think it's the Almond Joy.
Yeah, it was the
Almond
almond. It was the
Joy?
second thing that you left me with.
I don't
Yep.
like either of them. I mean,
So
Milky Way is
good.
okay,
He's like,
but it's not a fave.
He's like Milky Way or asparagus, whichever.
Oh, I like asparagus. I'd rather have asparagus.
Milky Way or wet paper.
Oh my gosh, wet toilet paper.
All right, Lucas Ham. Besides being a day
It's poor-
about Halloween,
It's poor man's cotton candy.
Oh, jeez.
Lucas besides being a day about Halloween, October 31st is
tired.
also the day that Harry Houdini was born.
Hey.
I don't know about you, but I love me some good old-fashioned magic and the mystery that goes with it. So whether
sir.
it's magic, gravity, who assassinated JFK, women, or something else, what is the greatest mystery in the world or universe to you?
Oh, jeez.
Probably, I really like the Bermuda Triangle.
Ooh,
Really?
nice.
And I also really love, this is going to be my youth group answer, so just bear with me.
Uh-oh.
So there's a race of people in the Bible called the Nephilim, and they're only mentioned once. And it talks about how the sons, I don't remember exactly what it says, sons of man, which were the angels, came to earth and impregnated the women of earth, and they gave birth to these giants. And they were called the Nephilim, and they were called men of renown. And so it just like skims over it like no big deal.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can we go back to this? Yeah, we can go back to this angels and women thing. Like,
right.
What? Or it might have been demons. I don't even freaking know, but that's a mystery that I can't wait to ask my dad about. He's like, I mean, these streets of gold are cool and everything, but the Nephilim, like, well, how you run over that? Right? Yeah, I could have got a little bit more detail about the Nephilites. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm tired. Did I mention I'm tired?
Nope, not at all.
I've been on the brink of crying this whole podcast. Edward,
You know what? My
not the Nephilim.
well,
It's definitely not the Nephilim.
it's close.
My Nephilim's acting up again, though.
Every time it's cold, my Nephilim act up.
That's right.
My main
And somehow
one,
I'm pregnant.
I guess my main one is JFK. I was really into that when the movie came out back in the, I guess, 90s.
Back and to the left, baby.
But
Back and to the left.
my youth group answer is
Really?
at the crucifixion. When the tapestries were torn and there were earthquakes. It also mentions just real quick, dead people came out of the graves and started walking around, and I'm like,
That's
wait, what?
right.
Yes.
They just
Good
ran
call.
over it like it
Yeah.
was normal.
I'm like, wait,
It's Walking Dead.
I want to hear more about the Bible zombies. What's what?
Right?
I know.
Walking Dead origins.
Yeah.
Just run
Wow.
over it like it's no big deal.
Right.
Bible has a way of doing that.
That's right.
Yep. Pretty much.
Golly. Chris?
Chris, what do you got?
So mine is anything where it just like randomly disappears or you just don't know exactly what happened, like Amelia Earhart, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
anything like that. That's along those lines. So a lot of times it ends up being stuff tied to Bermuda Triangle as well and different things like that. But those are always super interesting to me. I'm like, what in the world? And then my youth group answer,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Revelations. What up?
Yep. What up with
Let's
that?
just
You'll
get a
see.
little- let's get a
You'll
little
see.
more. Yeah, I just want to. I mean, I got my ideas, I got my theories, but I want to know. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, what it
I
do
got
for real? Yeah.
Right.
I love
horsemen.
that so much. Oh, my gosh. Tim, please have
mine's
both.
Gonna be, yep, mine's going to be, oh, I had it. Hang on one second. Anything Egyptian, like the Sphinx, pyramids, how all of that was put together.
That's a
Oh,
good one.
yeah,
man. So good.
I find that culture just fascinating.
That's good.
And it feels so mind-boggling. Mm-hmm. And the youth group answer would be Noah's Ark, like just the logistics of it all. And,
Yeah.
we know that the world was destroyed by water and never to be destroyed like that again. But just how in the world did all of that come about? And how did everything... really, how did it happen? Like, what was it like being on the ship and everything? And it's just like, yeah, besides really gross. But yeah, to me, that's just such a mystery. So
Yep.
I'm be very curious.
I'm so glad everybody had a youth group answer. That's amazing.
Of course.
Oh, that's so
Youth group
good.
answer, baby. Yep. From the pastor who gave us the question. So it's even
I
better.
know. That, yeah, full circle. I like it.
Yep. Don Star Lancer, this is awesome. My wife Ebony and I are expecting twin girls in just a couple of months.
Whoa.
Oh, Godspeed to you,
Yep.
sir, and congratulations. We
Sorry.
found out she was pregnant super early, but they never detected that sneaky second baby before a week and a half ago.
Ninja.
That's right.
Do you-
Because their heartbeats
do you-
can line up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you think she might be the evil twin? Also,
My God.
do you have any real life cheat codes for my new life starting in 2019? Oh my God.
You know what's funny? That what he just said at the end is the question of the week. Isn't that crazy?
Nice. Nice.
Not crazy.
Real life cheat codes?
Not that, but I'll get to
The
it.
evil twin.
Pregnant with evil twins?
Cheat code. Golly. Number one, no, it's not the evil twin.
No,
They're
not
going
at
to be
all.
great. They're going to be healthy. They're going to be
You're going to be great. Ebony's going to be great. Everyone's going to be great.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about it.
Yes.
Just take it a day at a time, brother.
Day at a time, baby. The cheat code is earplugs. That's what I had to do with Remy. Honestly, he cried so much that I have
Yeah.
my in-ears that I wear on stage, and it was so much easier to deal with him when it wasn't
bet.
so piercing. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't mean like earplugs to where you can't hear them, but just where
what I
it's
thought you
really
meant.
no, like just really, really muffled. It's just
He
easier
does that
to
with
deal
us half the
everything.
time on the podcast.
The off button on the baby monitor.
Yeah, mommy and
right.
daddy are going off about Geralt again.
That's right.
I'll let you guys figure out who mommy and daddy is. Ed,
I hold the Yeti. There's no handle, and the cup I hold by the
oh my
handle.
gosh,
'Cause
What
I don't have
oh
an
my
answer to this one.
gosh, yeah.
world is going on now?
Chris, you have to
Egypt.
deal with a lot of children, with your nephews and nieces and everything. You have any real life cheat codes on how to deal with multiple children?
When they're acting up, I say, I'm out. And I leave.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, that's the truth.
You realize
Well,
half of us don't
there
have
it is.
kids, right?
Yes. 50% of this crew does not have children, so there you
But
have
when my dog's
That's
getting
right.
getting crazy and getting on me, I'm just like, you stop. Yes, you don't do it. And then she walks over to me and she like just starts to lick, and I'm like, oh, but you're so cute. And then I just pick her up.
I don't know. I'm just saying, a kennel and a crib, they're not too far apart. They're akin to each
They're
other.
really not, brother. You
Yeah.
are correct there. Mm-hmm. You are correct there.
What about you, Router? You only have one kid.
Yeah, no, but I just take it a day at a time, and real life cheat codes, man. Have a baby monitor. That definitely helps for sure, especially with twins.
Oh yeah.
So
A video one. Get a video one.
yeah, definitely get a video one.
Don't
definitely.
scrimp and do just the audio. Get the video. You'll be so
Exactly.
much happier with a video one.
Yep.
Because then you can make sure those bumps are just just them flailing around, not like
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
that's happened to make you rush in there.
Exactly. All right, Calm Fury. If the four of you won the Mega Millions lottery, which was $1.6 billion, would you still do MTTG?
Oh gosh, I would do it so much more.
Of course.
Yeah, I'd get to quit everything else.
Why would I not?
Exactly. What kind of a question is that, sir?
You'd be sick of me.
That's right.
I'd be like, anyway, it's Gabe again. It's Tuesday. Yeah.
And you get a new video game, and you get a console, and you get a new
Exactly.
video game.
Listen, I'm starting this thing out like I always do. Number one, don't ask me for no money. I ain't got your money. Number two, I just have to talk like that for the rest of my life. It'd be so weird.
Yes, it would.
Like,
And
man, I
then
really
all of our
wish Gabe,
subscribers would leave.
yeah, I really wish Gabe wouldn't have hit that Mega Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Does he think we're getting paid for this? Because
Yeah, I know.
it's not like I don't need no money now, MTTG.
That's right.
Yeah, we do this.
Take
for
this job
fun.
and shove it.
Yeah, no, we do this because we love you guys. Because you guys are the best. That's why we
is
do this.
our lottery.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
Yeah,
way to
very
put that,
good.
Ed.
Good. Yeah, great way to put it.
Chris, you would still be here, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still here.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Facebook, Matthew Serta, in the spirit of Red Dead Redemption Week, if you were alive in the Wild West era, what would you do for a living? Land baron, horse thief, saloon owner, train robber, etc.?
Saloon owner. Saloon owner for sure, because I mean, again, the past,
Hey, yeah.
So I gotta provide a service that people love you for.
You got a necessity there.
Yeah. I want to come and be the guy that's talking to everybody and hears their troubles. And you don't usually see the bartender get shot. He always knows. He always knows to duck and gets all his mirrors jacked up.
That's
but
true.
he usually makes it.
I mean, he has to clean up the place afterwards, but whatever. It's fine.
That's all right. I'd much rather clean up and live.
Yeah,
I agree.
Edward, coffee shop.
I think I'd be the newspaper man.
Ooh, extra. Read all about it.
I'd be writing the newspaper articles and taking the photos and what have you.
There you go. How did they do those back in the day? Did they use a dark room?
I don't know.
I don't think they had pictures.
Wasn't the camera in the dark room? Like that's why they had to go underneath like the.
Oh yeah. It'd be
tape.
like poof. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe like in 6 months.
I'm gonna
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
It'd be like NPD.
You got it all out? I mean, 'cause I can wait until you're done.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I know you're tired. So.
I'm so tired.
That was good.
Just rambling thoughts at this
Gabe,
point.
we just got in trouble.
I know, seriously. Show up
awesome.
late one time.
That's right.
Get told off by the new guy.
I mean, I just want to give you your runway, I don't want to stop getting in front of that jet.
Gosh.
I count it as more as respect. Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
I was talking too much. I understand.
Here, I'm just going to play the piano in your saloon. There you go.
Oh, you'd be good
Really?
at that, Chris.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, you'd
that's
be
what I'll
perfect
do.
at that.
I like it.
I'm a land baron. I'll try and get some land. Maybe do a little gold digging. Do that kind of stuff.
Nice.
I don't know what
Either
that
that
is.
or run a brothel. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Gosh. Goodness gracious.
It seems like that's all they did. They went to the saloon and went to the brothel.
Really? What a life.
Yeah, right?
That's interesting.
All right, Mike Peacott, have you ever lost your progress in a game due to either a glitch or someone deleting a save file of yours? The RPG-style hunting game that I have put hundreds of hours into in the past year is The Hunter: Call of the Wild. Recently released multiple updates resulting in the complete loss of a majority of the player's progress.
Oh my gosh.
And their following updates caused even worse issues for some. The last trophy I needed to platinum was glitched and wouldn't pop, so I waited for this big update to resolve it. Instead, it deleted all of my progress. This game is the World of Warcraft of hunting games. Oh, brutal. Wow.
Dude, that sucks.
Right?
That sucks.
Yeah, I've never had
sorry.
anything similar to that happen. I don't think I've ever lost a save file or any of that kinds of stuff.
They'd be getting a very stern email from me.
Right?
That's right.
Sir or madam?
To whom it may concern.
To whom
Exactly.
it may concern.
I know this is not your problem. I'm making it your problem today.
Guess what? You have a new problem today.
Yeah, the chubby ninja.
That's right.
I remember Lego Worlds glitched out a lot, and I lost a lot of. I just quit playing it because it kept losing my game.
Which one?
Lego
World?
Worlds. It was kind of like the monograph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I remember that.
Telltale Walking Dead Season 1 did that for me.
Really?
It glitched in the third episode, and I lost everything, so I had to start over. And I was fine. I was totally fine with that, though.
Oh.
It was fine.
Okay.
I wasn't mad because I enjoyed that game.
You know
a
what?
lot,
I
so.
take mine back. I did have something. I overwrote a save before back in the PS2 days when we had the memory cards. I remembered I actually overwrote a couple things a few times, and then I ended up buying the biggest ones I could, and I had multiples of them because I was like, I'm never doing that again. I don't even remember which game it was. I just remember saving over it and then going back trying to finish and realizing what I did.
I've talked about on the show. My brother picked up my Dreamcast, maybe it was, or turned it off when I was saving my Shenmue game and lost all of it. Yep.
Ugh, gross.
That's all I have to say about that, Chris.
Robert Darrell Good Jr. Today, I have found my first gray head hair, and I have excitedly... and I have excitedly named it Fenrir.
He's got a bunch of armpit gray hairs, though. It's just the first one on his head.
He had to be specific. First gray head hair. And I excitedly named it Fenrir.
I love that he had to specify. Yep. I think if he just said my first gray hair, we'd be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we get that. Yep.
Right.
No, it's gray. It's gray head hair.
Yes.
You named it Fenwick?
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Fenrir. What is an adult milestone that most people dread, but you found yourself excited about?
Ooh, that most people dread?
I'm with him on this. Like I kind of enjoy, like I'm getting even in my beards and
Yeah,
just
more than one.
in my hair, I'm starting to get some gray, and I kind of enjoy it because I'm getting older with the people I love, and it's just it's kind of cool. Like you're just carrying on, doing your thing.
Yeah, I can't think of one that people. I mean, I was excited to pay mortgage. You know what I'm saying? I was excited to buy a house when I was younger, and I really enjoy that. I mean, but I think a lot of people are excited about that. That I don't know. I don't look at my mortgage as like a daunting thing, and so I'm really glad to own, and I'm happy to pay it.
It's an honor system too. Yeah, right.
Is it? I think they'll come get your house if you don't pay that thing. I don't know how much honor system it is.
No, I'm saying like it's an honor to have a mortgage like that because you're doing your thing. I forget it. We'll just keep going.
We're all tired.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's falling off a little bit here.
Better and better. Night show.
I mean, mine's kind of like Gabe. I don't know that anybody actually didn't look forward to this, but I remember the first time that I got a job that was salary. I was all super excited about that because all my jobs before then had always been hourly. And so when I got salary, I was like, now I'm a real adult. I have a salary job. Not that that matters because, there's plenty of people that work their whole lives only salary or making hourly or for commission or whatever. But for some reason in my head, because it just equated that way, because I didn't think I'd ever have a salary job. And then when I got one, I was like, look at me.
Ed, did you say one?
I think, I guess kind of along the same lines as having the mortgage, it's kind of like having like the being able to pay someone to mow your lawn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, I can do that. That's kind of a nice little thing. Mm-hmm. And then I don't have to mow the lawn.
That's
exactly.
Perfect. Love that. Brian Niebel, trick or treat, fellas. Speaking of tricks, did any of you ever pull any Halloween pranks when you were younger? Personally, I never got into doing any pranks, but some of the kids in my high school thought it'd be funny to TP and egg our schools.
No, I never.
I never did.
A prank person.
No, I didn't.
I've never been a prank person either, and I don't know if it's because I don't want to be pranked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
the retaliation.
Unless
theater.
it's got to be really a smart prank for me to be like, oh man, that one was good. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just like, oh god, I have to clean this up. You know what I'm saying? I don't find the humor in it, so
I feel like
usually...
I'd be in fear of the retaliation.
Yes.
Bless you.
You're done sneezing?
No, they always come in twos.
You got it?
It's all out now.
Travis
I feel
Reeves.
like a 7-year-old.
I got it. I got it out, Daddy.
I think it's honestly, I think it's the delay because when I'm talking, it seems like it's in the gaps, but then somebody else starts talking. I'm like, oh, dang it wasn't in the gap.
Travis Reeves. Hey guys, it's official. Red Dead. I'm just trying to move this whatever train we got along.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
pushing
it's
it on
official.
the ground now.
Yes.
No tracks
Red
anymore.
Red Dead has taken over my life, LOL. While playing, I discovered that you could walk up to mirrors and Arthur would make comments about himself, and some of them were hilarious. So what would be one of the funniest moments you have had in video games? Thanks, guys. Have a great show.
It's probably
there's
recently in Red Dead wrecking my horse all the time.
There you go.
I don't know. Chris, you have one?
I always find some of the funniest stuff is the things that aren't intended to happen when a game glitches out, or like I was watching some of those same things that Ed had seen, and there was like this woman who was like, "Oh, can you help me? Can you help me?" And the guy walked over there, and then like this deer just comes and slams into her. And like whenever
really
I'm
good.
playing a game and stuff like that happens, I actually recorded a few what was it? What am I playing? AC Odyssey. I was on my horse, and then I did the follow path, and then I got to the end of this path, and it had to loop up this little hill, and the horse got stuck and just kept spinning around on this loop, spinning around and spinning around. And I just left it going. I just didn't do anything with it.
I think it's funny when Lem thinks he gets play of the game, but Gabe actually does.
Oh. And then he thinks his name's not going to be there. It's okay, guys. I won't say that it's me. I was like, what are you drinking? Your name was up there. Mine has got to be in Black Flag. And I don't know if this is a glitch other people got or not, but like sometimes the main character's lips would go away to where it was just his teeth.
What?
And he
I knew that happened
like
in Unity. I didn't hear about Black Flag.
Yeah, Black Flag, it happened to me. And
wow.
So it's kind of like no lips, just teeth, like, you're like, okay. This looks weird.
From Mars Attacks.
Yes. Or like Jim Carrey's Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh, that's awesome.
Except it was both his bottom and top teeth. Yeah.
Wow.
It was weird. I'm not saying anything in the silence.
All right, Jason Chan's. I've searched the world over and can't find a worse game than Dragon Power on the NES. Can you refute this?
Well, I
I've
never
never
played
heard of
Dragon
that.
Power.
I've never heard of it, yeah.
Yep.
That sounds bad.
Can't refute it.
Yeah.
You win. Dragon Power it is. Dragon Power for the win. Sherry Crow. Curious minds want to know, what's the story behind the podcast name Married to the Games?
Timothy?
It's just me and Hall we were just sitting there at dinner talking about a podcast, and we were like, Married to the Games. It just kind of came together because we wanted to focus on, we were married, we love video games, put the two together, and there you have it. And that's pretty much how it came to pass.
Great story.
And it was, yeah, isn't it riveting? All right, let's move this dumpster fire along. Twitter, Aaron Bonner. If you were stranded in the wilderness in need of food, what do you think you could track/hunt with ease? Since I know you'll take the easy way out, berries, mushrooms, and fruits don't count.
What?
Wait. Okay, say it one more time, please.
Sheesh.
If you were stranded in
Yes.
the wilderness in need of food, what do you think you could track or hunt with ease? Since I know you'll take the easy way out, berries, mushrooms, and fruits don't count. So we would actually have to track or hunt something. I think I'd try fishing.
Oh,
That's
yes.
For something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though I don't like fish very much, but that would probably be at least a little bit easier.
Yep.
I would think like I don't know, a boar or something.
What? Wow.
Go for it, dude.
Well, I just
If
think
you
I'm
can
just trying to
wrestle
think-
down a boar,
No, I'm just thinking something
You are the
big
chubby
that you
ninja.
should be able to stab or something, or pick a fight with that it wants to come at you and you can kill it somehow.
that's true.
Here's the problem. I don't know anything about hunting or any of that, so once I kill it, I would literally have no idea what to do with it.
You're like, okay, guys, what do I do with this?
I'm like, sweet, so the horn's not edible, right?
You gotta clean it.
he's like gnawing on the horn.
Yeah. Edward?
I would, since Routers took fish, which is a great answer.
Yeah, that was going to be my answer.
I'd get birds. I'd throw rocks at birds and get them.
You'd get them. What?
All right.
Get those birds.
Wait a second.
All right, sharpshooter.
You don't think I could kill a boar? You think you could throw a rock at a bird?
Yes. Oh, I could kill a bird way quicker than you would find and get a boar. I'd get like a duck.
I hope you have some Windex and some glass. That's going to be the only way you get a bird.
Exactly.
No way, dude.
I'm going.
Man,
I'm
that would be
tracking
tough.
deer. I'm just making it easy. I'm tracking deer.
There you go. All
All
right.
right.
I do want to see you throw rocks at a duck. I want to see that.
The duck thrower.
Wait, I couldn't throw a rock. I could definitely hit a duck with a rock.
I know. I want to see it.
All right. Bring me a duck. I'll throw a rock at it.
Bring me a duck.
I demand a duck.
All right, that's the last question. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it.
I know we're having fun. This is getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's too bad the
That's
title
it.
"The Best Show Ever" is already taken.
I know, right?
I know the sequel.
Yep.
The question of the week for you guys is, what was your favorite, or what is your favorite cheat code? Favorite cheat code in games now, games past. I know cheat codes aren't as prevalent as they used to be, but do you guys have a favorite cheat code? Mine was God mode in,
Doom?
was it Doom or Wolfenstein? Was it Doom that had God mode?
Yeah, they had it in Doom. They may have had it in Wolfenstein as well. I don't know. I didn't play it as much, but I know that for sure they had it in Doom.
I loved God mode. Like when my friends were like, "Oh, all you got to do is blah 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 blah," and you're in God mode, and I was like, "Oh, that's freaking sick!" And I remember really liking that. Chris, you have one?
I always liked doing the code where I could spawn a parachute in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I would just climb up to anything, spawn a parachute, and jump off. Spawn a parachute,
Nice.
jump off. Just as many as you wanted.
Wow.
That is fun. Ed?
I honestly don't remember the last time I used one.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, I remember, there's the classic left, right, up, down, BA, or whatever it is, but I don't even remember what that did.
The Contra code, yeah.
Didn't it give you
It did
like
a lot of stuff in a lot of
ammo?
different games.
I think it
Yeah,
gave,
in Contra.
in Contra, I
you
think
got
it gave you
extra
info.
lives?
I thought it gave you infinite ammo. Maybe I'm. Or no, you had
that it?
infinite ammo.
Yeah, you
Shoot,
did.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
can't
don't
remember.
remember.
Dang, nab.
Yeah, it
Was it
Contra.
Infinite Lives?
Maybe.
I feel like it might have been.
Yeah. It was in a lot of games, though, the Konami code was.
Yeah, yeah.
My other one too was in the Super Mario Brothers. I don't remember exactly what world it was, but you would hit a turtle with like a
on the
fireball,
step?
and then you were able to bounce on it on the step
Yes.
and get like however many lives you
I remember
wanted.
that.
I thought of that, but I didn't know if that qualified.
Yeah, it's more like a trick. But Tim, did you ever use any
No, I got nothing.
fire to your friends? They were like, "Oh, how you do that? It's a cheat code."
That's right.
How'd you kill that duck with that rock?
The same way I killed that boar.
Yeah, he's like the same way I killed Goliath. So let us know what your favorite cheat code. Wow. Let us know what your favorite cheat code was, and we will talk about it next week. If there's a show next week.
I think we just got canceled.
Yeah, I think we just got canceled too. iTunes is like, I'm not putting this up.
They're going to think we won the lottery.
This
They
is
must-
worse than that Witcher reveal.
Thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
If you're still here, seriously, thank you for listening.
Yeah, seriously.
It means a lot at this point. I don't even know what episode this is. What is this? 320?
320.
320. Yep.
Hey, 320 in the
Yo.
books.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey.
All right.
I'm going straight to bed after
Yep.
this.
Everybody
Me
to
too.
bed. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Thank you guys so
Tuck
much. for
everyone
listening.
in.
Yep. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Chris McCracken. That is Ed Placencia. That was also out of order.
That's weird. That was weird.
And we are Games to the Married, and we are up out this thing. Peace!
Games to the married. That was great, dude.
Why don't all of them go till 2:30 a.m.?